Mike McDaniel and company have made it a priority to get the ball out quicker without sacrificing any of the big plays. Tua has the fastest time to throw in the NFL this season, and that has led him to being contacted and pressured at the lowest rates by any quarterback through 2 weeks. So pressure and contact way down for Tua. Dan, how's Miami doing it?
Yeah, full speed inside-out motions that they consistently run in their offense, and it's a beautiful job by Mike McDaniels. I want everyone to pay attention to two things, okay? You're going to see this inside-out motion that starts here and at full speed goes to the sideline. Everybody at home, pay attention to the edge defender, okay? You guys get to play quarterback. If that edge defender widens with the motion, Tua throws the ball inside. If that edge defender stays inside, Tua throws the ball outside. Now watch. There goes this motion. Now pay attention to the edge defender. You guys are going to play quarterback in the NFL. What does he do with that motion? He widens with that motion. That ball should go inside to Tyreek Hill. Pay attention to it. Tua, ball out of his hands right now. Very same formation in this football game. You guys are going to see that full speed motion. Here it comes again, the full speed motion. Pay attention to that edge defender. You guys make the decision at home. As the motion goes, what does Matthew Judon do? He hangs inside. Ball absolutely should go outside right now by Tua Tagovailoa. Out of his hands, there's an easy 10-yard completion. Very next play in this football game. Here comes full speed motion. Pay attention to the edge defender. What is he doing? Where should the football go? When the ball gets snapped, where does he go? He widens. That ball should 100 out of 100 times go to Tyreek Hill in the slot. Ball comes out right now by Tua Tagovailoa. 3 plays, 3 completions, 28 yards. The full speed inside-out motion that Mike McDaniel is deploying to horizontally stretch the defense and make very simplified reads has absolutely transformed the way they get the ball out of Tua's hands in Miami.
So in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the top 5 things I think the Miami Dolphins need to pay attention to win this game against the Denver Broncos.
Number 5.
If Jalen Waddle can't go because of the concussion issue, watch for Patrick Surtain and another defensive back to work to smother Tyreek Hill. That means that Eazy-E, Braxton Berrios, Cedric Wilson, if he's active, all have got to pick up the slack and be ready. Next man up. Denver will definitely put pressure on Tyreek, so it's up to those guys to really step up just in case Jalen Waddle can't go.
Number 4.
Pressure Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson has been sacked 9 times this season. 9 times. You gotta come after him. But believe it or not, as of today, Russell Wilson has a higher passer rating than Tua Tagovailoa. And he has some very viable deep threats at wide receiver. Jalen Phillips, now that he's back, along with Bradley Chubb, have to get after Russell Wilson.
Number 3.
The linebackers have to continue to improve. Andrew Van Ginkel played a hell of a game, but he'll be in a different position this week. If Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb do their jobs this week and get after Russell Wilson, watch for Russell Wilson to scramble. And that's when the linebackers have to step up and contain him. Russell has run 7 times this year thus far, and 6 of those runs have been for first downs. The Dolphins have to contain Russell Wilson.
Number 2.
Keep running the ball. Raheem Mostert went for 6.7 yards per carry last week. 6.7 yards per carry. The offensive line responded. They look like they love it. Keep the running game going. With no Jalen Waddle, it's crucial that the running game work very well to keep pressure off of Tua Tagovailoa. Salvon Ahmed is listed as doubtful as of right now, which means he may not play. So we may get to see Devon Achane get the ball a lot more this weekend. Bottom line, keep running the ball. It works.
Number 1.
Tua is getting rid of the ball in record time. I saw a stat earlier in the week that said against the Patriots, he got the ball away in under 1.98 seconds. That's incredible. Like I said on Tua Tuesday, which I do every Tuesday, the original Tua Tuesday, that gives the offensive line so much better traction. They don't have to hold the block for a long time. If Tua's hitting that pass in 1.98 seconds, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. Keep doing that. As you saw in the earlier graphic from ESPN, it looks like this season overall, he's been getting it away in under 2.35 seconds. That is simply incredible. That needs to continue against the Denver Broncos. There's nothing at all wrong with Mike McDaniel running that quick motion offense. I applaud him for doing that. Just keep the running game going as well. But nothing happens on this offense. It absolutely shuts down, as it does with any offense, if the quarterback doesn't handle the ball. 4 fumbles in 2 games is unacceptable. Tua and Connor Williams have to get this snap issue taken care of right away. I saw something on Twitter earlier that they're working overtime to get it fixed. Hopefully they'll get it fixed. Eventually, if they don't get it fixed, it's going to catch up with the Miami Dolphins and cause trouble. Don't let the snap issues continue. And one more thing, and it's a big thing. The Miami Dolphins can't let this be a trap game. On paper, this should be an easy win. On paper. However, in the NFL, there are no such thing as easy wins. You settle it on the field. The Miami Dolphins have to make sure that they don't let this become some sort of any given Sunday for the Denver Broncos for them to eke out a win. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Ooh, dude, almost forgot to turn on the microphone. What's up, everybody? Bad day for me yesterday. Colorado got beat, and Notre Dame somehow found a way to lose. They allowed victory to be snatched from them. So it was a long day today. So hopefully I get some redemption today. Hopefully the Dolphins can figure out a way to go to 4-0 and actually 3-0. I'm already looking past this game, so it's a trap game for me because I'm already looking past it. But let's hope that they can figure it out. So as I do all the time here, I have to let you know the ground rules. Ground rules number 1, I cannot show the actual live game. This is more of a watch party. We watch the game. Those of us who have the TVs in front of us, whatever, we engage. We talk about what we see. I try to do a somewhat play-by-play to keep those who don't have TV engaged as well. Next thing I want to tell you, we're going to be giving out 3 more prizes today. If you haven't gotten yours, I promise the rest of, I think there's 2 people who are still waiting. They'll get theirs right after the game. The ones we give away today will probably get issued on Wednesday or Thursday. I got some good questions for you guys today. Real quick before the game starts, let me go ahead and bring this up. These are the inactives. As you know, Skylar Thompson will always be at the top. Doesn't really matter. New NFL rules means he can come in at any time. He will be on the bench. The big one on there, Jalen Waddle will not be playing. He is still out in the concussion protocol. Tough one there. Very tough one. All right, so Eric Ezekama is inactive, which means they brought in Robbie Chosen and Cedric Wilson above Eazy-E. This was a big one. I didn't see this one coming. Cam Smith is inactive today. So I guess Fangio doesn't think he's ready, so he's not out. Salvin Ahmed, I mentioned in that quick video, Keon Smith, and Tyler Croft. So all those players are out today. So do me a favor while we're waiting.
Come on, show some love and click that like button.
Yep, so I'm not sure. I told you what my 5 keys are, especially with Jalen Waddle out. If I'm Sean Payton in the Denver Broncos, I'm going to hone in on Tyreek and put a blanket on him because I'm not afraid of Jalen Waddle. Yeah, Berrios can hurt me. Craycraft can definitely hurt me. And, of course, Chosen can hurt me, but they're not Jalen Waddle. They are not Jalen Waddle. I want to, if I'm Sean Payton, I want to take my chances with what I saw last week against the Patriots instead of what I saw 2 weeks ago with the Chargers. I do not want to get into a shootout with this offense. I would rather reduce this offense to having to play all 4 quarters, having to play it tight, having to reduce the amount of yards that Tyreek gets, having to reduce the amount of passing yards that Tua gets, and take my chances stopping the run. If I'm Mike McDaniel, what I want to do is I want to exploit Denver's weaknesses. Even without my number 2 guy, he's probably thinking he can still run his offense. But watch if that changes. If he sees that they're going to blanket Tyreek, it is imperative that Braxton Berrios, Robbie Chosen, and Cedric Wilson get some stuff done. Offensive line, hey, we all thought it wasn't going to work, but it's working. And today, Teron Armstead is back, so that's an even stronger piece to the puzzle. Let's see who moves over. Does Kendall Lamb move over to guard? I'm not really sure. We'll have to see who ends up being the starters, but that should make the running game that much better. The worst thing that the Broncos can do is just cheat up. If they cheat up to try to stop the run, I'm not sure they realize how fast, some of these guys are. Robbie Chosen, Devon A-Chain, I'm excited to see what he can do. I see him being slot out there on a cornerback or a linebacker and see if they can stay with him. He's gonna want to keep the fast motion, and I'm interested to see what he does with Devon A-Chain. So let's take a few comments here. Cameron, let me make sure everything's working. Click here. And what happened here? Did it not show up? Oh, I didn't hit the button. All right, there it is. Good afternoon, everyone. Let's go Dolphins. Tough loss for Notre Dame yesterday. Yeah, it was. God, can't stand when you lose like that. Heads up, my brother Tom. How you doing? They will be able to use the other receivers to move the chains. Yes, not deep, but they'll be able to move them. Blessing in disguise. They'll take more time off the clock on their drives. I agree with that. I want to see some runs. I didn't know this, Ronald. So the Patriots are playing the Jets today. Let's see if the Patriots can beat the Jets and horrible Zach Wilson. George, you're one. Let's see what you got here. Want to give others a chance too. Yeah, this will definitely be their chance to shine. It'll definitely show whether or not the other guys can pick up the slack should something happen with Tyreek or Waddle down the line. That's definitely want to hear that. Dan Polarski says, I'd rather have Waddle out for this game and to be fully ready for the Bills game. Yep, absolutely. Don't sleep on this team now. I mean, remember, this may be like a grudge match type team. This is the team that, Sean Payton talked a lot of crap about Tua. I was trying to find the tape. I was going to play it before the game. He talked, he's no good. Teddy Bridgewater's better than him. We're going to go with a different quarterback. Hey, if I take this job as the head coach, I'm bringing in Tom Brady. I don't want this kid Tua. This could be something where Tua has a big chip on his shoulder, but he's got to perform within the scheme that Mike puts up. Hey, Ricky, how are you? Is that Ricky? You got a girl picture, so I'm not sure if you're a lady. Tyreek is going to be covered all day. We're going to need to run the ball like we did last week. That's what I'm thinking. We could be fooled, but at this point, with no Waddle, I'm just going to be all over Tyreek. Just Tyreek wants to take a poop, I'm going to be right there with him. Just if I'm that defense, that's for sure. Finally, 3 weeks into the season, and it's the first home game. Yes, absolutely. That is good news for sure. Let's see, how about the U? Yeah, Jacob, yeah, Miami did really well yesterday, beating up on Temple, right? 40-something to 7. So that was definitely a good game for them as well. Darren, what's up, buddy? Let's go ahead and see what A-Chain can do. CCCR says A-Chain is a liability in the backfield. He couldn't block someone on Twitter. Well, even if he can't block, they're going to have to catch it. They're going to have to stay up with him. So we'll see what happens. The fog is here. The effing old guys. Yeah, we are. Hey, Kaka, how are you doing? Glad to see you here. Demetrius, we need to execute in all 3 phases. Yeah, I forgot to mention that third phase. That third phase is really important. They got to make their field goals, got to make their extra points. Sean Payton is extremely experienced. What will he pull up his sleeve to try and combat what Mike McDaniel will do? Obviously, he's not Bill Belichick, but he's got a Super Bowl win under him. He's a good coach. He's playing with a limited capacity team right now, but he's ready. Now, understand, they've got thunderstorm warnings here, so you may hear thunder in the background. I hope I don't lose my stream. I really don't, but I don't know what's going to happen. I'm out here in South Florida, and it's starting to get stormy this time of year. All right, we're almost at kickoff. Mr. Negative CCR is here. Way to go, Tom. Tom mentioned that he's here for any stats we need. So we got the team. We got the boys here. Let's see what we got 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 here. Let's They're saying on the TV that Denver won the toss and deferred. So we're going to be looking at getting the ball here. Let me just make sure the scoreboard thingy is all set. And we are good to go. I need to raise that up a little bit, put that down. Okay, we're good to go. Here we go, guys. Good luck. I'm trying to see the stadium if it's packed. The kickoff goes through the end zone. I always hate when people in Miami show up late to games, especially the Miami Heat games. It's like being in Hollywood. These guys don't show up until the game's like into the first quarter. All right, let's see. I'm trying to see if I see Tehran's big body. Hopefully I do. Yes, I do. And let's go. 1st and 10 from the 25. They huddled up, incidentally. All right, Teron Armstead is at left tackle. Let's go. Got 2 backs in a set, back in motion. A quick pitch. Nice blocking for Mostert, who picks up about 7 yards. Gotta like that. Gotta like Mike McDaniel testing that run early. With a run I really haven't seen a lot from the Dolphins. He basically took 2 steps and pitched it back. Yeah, I like that. Let them know we plan on running. Very nice game. All right, 2nd and 4. Hill's slot out left. Wide left. Let's see if he goes in motion. They're not using that jet motion. He's play action. Wide open. Smythe for a nice gain. Wide open. Play action on that pass. Linebacker's bit. Smythe was wide open. Tua nailed him. Nice. Yeah. And by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, again, that wasn't a smooth snap. People may not have noticed it, because he caught it, but that wasn't smooth. They got to get that correct. So it's 1st and 10. I forgot my button.
Miami Dolphins.
There's a snap, play action. He's back to pass. He's looking deep, and he's got, who's that? Tyreek wide open. Touchdown. Good gosh.
The greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1.
I don't know if that was a design play or just that Tyreek decided to make it a play. They showed the teleprompter or telestrator on screen, and it looked like one of the receivers curled in, and Tyreek just ran out behind him. Tua had enough time. What is that, 50, 55 yards? Boom, and then Tyreek jumped into the stands. Gotta love it. Man, that was a nice play. Very nice play. I don't think Peyton was ready for that. That was fast. Oh, yeah. Stick that in your ear, Sean Payton. Absolutely. Oh, you guys, that's the way to start off a game. Roll on the floor. Wow, nice. The Mabe family blog says, yay. Could you have asked for a better drive? That was just incredible. Is Tyreek going to go for another 200-yard game? They didn't even put him in motion. He just ran a route right behind the other wide receiver, and he was wide open. There was, as you saw, there was nobody near him. If he's going to get that wide open, he may go for 300 yards. He may go for 2,000 today. That was the worst coverage ever. Absolutely. Hannibal says, let me see what you say. Did you see the two DBs look at Tyreek and each other like, shit? Yeah, it did. They bit hard on the inside route. I think that was Barrios that came in. And then he just went behind him. He found the open space. I don't think it was the play that he wanted to run. He just happened to say, wow, man, there's nobody over here. And he took off. Yeah, Tomcat, that was quite impressive. Awesome, quite impressive. Yeah, you can't, you're absolutely right. You think that they would have, all week during practice, said, we're going to watch this guy everywhere on the field. And on the very first series, he blows through for a long touchdown. Wow, completely nuts. Quickest opening TD this season, says David. Absolutely. Now the defense has got to play. Ooh, KB in the UK. How you do, brother? That was sick. That was absolutely sick. Yeah, don't get cocky. It may have been a breakdown in coverage. Yeah, I understand that, but that was still sick. Tom says it was 54 yards, and it's funny. A lot of people say, Tua can throw the ball 4 or 5 yards, and then Tyreek can take the rest. Yeah, that was a long pass as well. That had some air yardage on that. Wide open. Mike 17 says the safety blew that one. Yeah, big time. Absolutely blew that one. Whew, yeah, Waddle is in concussion. All right, defense, it's on you at this point. Let's see what you got. That was a quick 7-0. Hey, Chris Wheeler, what's going on? Dan Pilarski, Vipey. All right, let's see what Russell can do when he comes out. They're going to have to, like I said, Chubb and what's his name? Jalen Phillips should eat today. They really got to bring heat. Bring heat. Don't let Jerry Jeudy and some of these guys get open as well. That was sweet what just happened. All right, 1st and 10 from the 25. Crowd is buzzing already. Russell's under center, making a play call at the line of scrimmage. There's a snap, handoff. They're pushing around maybe 1 or 2 yards, not a whole heck of a lot. You don't get a whole lot of running on this defense, not with that front. Not with Christian Wilkins, the sealer, and some of these other guys up front. So they're going to give him 2 yards there, maybe 2 yards. If you guys are in here, please.
Come on, show some love and click that like button.
All right, so 2nd and 8. He's under center again, which is very odd. Like Sean Payton used to be a gunslinger when he would call his plays. Jet sweep onto the outside, maybe 3 or 4, and then taken down by Javon Holland. So here we go. No, I'm sorry. Don't want to give wrong credit. It looks like it was Kohu. So it's 3rd and 5. Wouldn't it be nice to get these guys off the field in 3? Get them a 3 and out. Jerome Baker out there. Go ahead and calling the plays. Let's get some pressure on him here. Let's see what Vic Fangio dials up. He knows this offense very well, probably. Bradley Chubb, let's go. Back to pass. Deep throw. Oh, he should have had it and he dropped it. They're saying he didn't have control of it. Maybe they'll look at it on the film. But nice defense, 3 and out. Gotta like that. Let me see if Kohu was on him. He got it. Nope. I can't tell his hands. Now they're showing his hands. Nope, he didn't have it. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I think he grabbed that. Both feet were in. They're not going to review that? Wow. Broncos blew a shot there. Too bad for them. Barrios is returning it. He returns for about 3 or 4 yards to the 19th. All right, so the Broncos blew that. That was actually a reception. They didn't challenge it. Too bad for them. Was it Mims? No, I don't think it was. I'm not sure who it was. Chris Miles says they're going to put up 40 today. If the first drive was any indication, man, absolutely. What's up, my boy? What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? Nice for showing up again. Hannibal Rector. His knee was down when he bobbled. All right, so I guess that's what they're calling out of bounds. So he didn't have control. Let's see. Demetrius' second foot didn't come down after he secured it. Wait. Jimbo, yeah, you're already late to the party. You came in a couple of minutes or so late, and yeah, you missed out. You absolutely missed out. How good is, and I love this comment, how good is Denver at playing from behind? I guess they're not that good because they're 0-2. So, what do I hear? I hear something playing in the background. So I don't know what that is. Ronald Mancini, let's go fish. Absolutely. Yeah, they're 0-2, so they can't be too good at playing from behind. Is it raining? I'm in Boca. Obviously, they're in Miami Gardens, so they're down a little bit from me, probably about 30 miles, southwest. So I don't know what it's like there. We're getting thunder. It's almost thunder 30. It's thundering out there. I don't know. Can't tell from in here if it's raining. John, I don't know if you want to run it. If Tyreek's going to be that wide open, he's going to take it. Why wouldn't you take it? Absolutely. What would be nice is to get up like by 14 or 21 or 28 points and then run it down their throat. Tom Stockel's got a score break for us, 3-0 New England over the Jets right now. That may be all they need. It's true. Right. You're absolutely right there. Darren Batten said, they're not great from playing ahead, so probably worse from playing behind. That's too funny. Yes, as always, we don't need to see any injuries today. I already got Jalen Waddle in concussion protocol, so would love to see him get out of it. So we're back. Let's get to the game here. 54-yard touchdown, and now they've got the ball again. So let me just get rid of this. Put this back up there. All right. First down. Got Alec Ingold and Raheem Mostert in the background. Tyreek was in that jet motion. Pitch out. He's gonna go, man. He's gonna go for about 15 yards. I'm telling you right now, they can run like this. Broncos don't have a chance. Don't have a chance. Wow. So they're going back through the catch. I don't even know why they're doing this. They're showing a catch. Doesn't matter. They didn't challenge it. They didn't say anything. It's over. Yeah, he didn't overturn it. So why are we going backwards and looking at it? Doesn't make any sense. All right, 1st and 10. Love that running. Tua's in an empty backfield right now. He's back to pass, and right across the middle, hits Raheem Mostert for about 4 or 5. Just come off the line, testing his linebackers, trying to get him to come up. Pretty easy completion. If you're going to play off a guy that runs a 4.3 or so, and you're going to give him that kind of opening, hit him. Take it and hit him. All right, 2nd and 5. He's in an empty backfield again. Nope. Raheem jump back. Motion. The pitch again. There's a pitch outside. This is A-Chain. He's gone. He looked like he was gone. That was for about 25 plus. No, you don't want to get cocky, but man, look at Teron Armstead. Oh, he crushed that guy. Teron Armstead led on that play on a block and just ate the guy up in front of him. This is just easy right now. Too easy. I thought he was going to break it. I really thought he was gone. That was huge. All right, now they've got A-Chain split out to the left. Now he's in motion. He's coming across. He's going back. He reversed his motion. Tua's back to pass. He's looking. Oh, underneath that's going to be Raheem Mostert, who's making these guys miss. They still can't bring him down. I think he may be at another 1st down. So not only are they, let me get rid of that spammer. I've been waiting for you. I knew you were coming, bud. And when you come, I'm going to have to bounce you. But if they're getting this kind of run, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy that they can get this kind of impose their will, per se, on it. Let's see here. Okay. 2nd and 1. This is a toss. Go for the end zone on this. Oh, no, they're going to take the first down. They're going to just hand it off, and Raheem goes for about 4 or 5 for a...
That's another Miami Dolphins.
Ball's moving, man. You can't complain right here. The ball is moving. It's just power right now. And actually, speed too. That thing to A-chain it's just nice to watch right now. All right, so looks like Tua's changing the play at this point. He walked up and said something to Connor Williams. 1st and 10. There's a snap. Who's got the ball? Mostert is going to get stuck for about a 1 or 2 yard gain. Could have been worse. Could have been a loss, but he did it. Yeah, Tom, I'm noticing that Miami Heat is already starting to go down on these guys. See, here I said it was cloudy and we may get some rain. It looks to be bright sunshine there. And yeah, I'm seeing people heave already. It's hot. It's very hot. All right, here we go. It's second and 7. Craycraft in motion. There's another handoff. Nope, there was a quick... Oh, he fooled me on that RPO. He came back and threw it back to Tyreek for... They're making this look easy. No, that's another. I'm gonna wear this button now. So that play was well designed. You had Tyreek come across in motion. He did an RPO to fake the not end around, but run by A-chain, and then just hit Tyreek coming around. But they're making this look way too easy. Way too easy thus far. 1st and 10. Got A-chain inside. He's going. Offensive line is just pushing these guys back. This may be the game that we've been waiting for 2 years, where we like, hey, is it the 4th quarter? Can we just sit back and just like enjoy the game, not worried about having to pull anything out, because they're just pushing Denver around. At this point, the offensive line is just playing flawlessly. I always thought that an offensive line that likes to run would take so much pressure off them, and it also takes pressure off of Tua. And we got a guy in motion again. Looks like it's Craycraft. There's a pitch to A-chain. He's out to the left. He's down 2, and he's just about in. They're going to call it a touchdown.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
I don't know who said it about not getting cocky, but we are only 9 minutes into the first quarter, still 6 minutes left, and we're basically seeing what we saw yesterday when Oregon played Colorado. We're looking at an actual beatdown. This is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Let me see something here. I'm hearing another speaker here somewhere. And all right. Do some more spam. Okay. All right, guys, what'd you think about that so far? First 2 drives, 14 points. Can't even stop them. Yeah, what can Peyton say? At this point, I don't know what he says. His guys are getting manhandled. Not just beat, manhandled at the line of scrimmage. Joe, is the stadium packed? A couple of people have asked thus far, and it's got a good-sized crowd. Again, the Miami crowd is always late. I don't know why. let me bring that back to you at the beginning of the second quarter when they show some of the stadium, because it should be. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a sellout, but people arrive late. Remember, it's only 1:00. People were up last night down in South Beach. Whew, who knows? Jose, it's on. It definitely is on. It's on. Hey, Joshua, it's fantastic. Texans, Tom Stockwell gives us a score break. Texans 7-0 over Jaguars right now. Wow, that's great. Hey, Joseph B, what's up, brother? How you been? How you been? You got me into doing these doggone Colorado games. It's because of you. But thanks anyway, because we're getting a lot of people having some fun with those things. Devon Storm, can't wait to see him run his mouth after his ass whooping. He doesn't, right now it doesn't seem that Sean Payton has any answer. If you come up on the run, they're going to beat you in the pass. If you sit back in the pass, the offensive line is going to spank you up front. They're doing it, whatever they want to do. Yeah, Jim, this team is definitely fun to watch. Let's see what here. I swear Tom is from the future. He's early on calls. He says he watches it just with a regular TV antenna. Tom, is that what you're doing? You're watching it with just the antenna, and it's faster than. I mean, you're on a different level in terms of being able to get the scores and what's going on than we can get. So, what they're talking about? 2-0 start. Michael Southern says, watching Tua, where is that? Watching Tua be the trigger man for the Dolphins is so validating for the Alabama nation, because we all knew what he could do because we saw it every Saturday, and they're a perfect fit for it. Yeah, he's playing nobody can say he's not playing well. He's playing very well, and the way that Mike McDaniel has him playing in this situation is just incredible. Just incredible. He did completely, retool the offense. I love this offense. You don't have to worry about him getting hurt. You can't touch him. You're nowhere near him. Wow. All right. So come on, defense. Let's do it again. 1st and 10 from the 25. Russell Wilson looking to throw deep. He's got a man for about, I'd say, 15 yards. He basically just did a inward plant in front of Xavier Howard. So not obviously, but it seems as though Vic Fangio is going back to the bend, don't break thing, because he had a lot of time and he's got a good arm. He threw it. Guy was open. 1st and 10. He's coming up to the line, changing the play at the line of scrimmage again. Let's see where he goes. Here's a snap, and another bullet for another 1st down. A lot of room there. Too much room in my mind. You just come off with a quick slant on the inside, and you're open, that far open. That's too much. I just hope you're not going to have to score 40 points again. Linebackers can't cover these wide receivers. This guy Sutton was on. David Long. David Long didn't stay with him. Sorry, that's my dog barking. 1st and 10, inside handoff, and he goes for about 3. I'll give him 3 on that. Tom's got a flux capacitor. Yeah, he does. He's always way ahead in terms of what's going on. So this is going to be 2nd and 7. They're calling it 2nd and 6 on TV. Let's see if they keep huddling. They're saying they want to do tempo, but they're huddling up. So I don't know what the announcer is talking about. They huddled. All right, 2nd and 6. He's in a shotgun. Bring a guy in motion. There's a snap. He's got time to throw. Looks like it's set up a screen here. And the guy's still running and down to about the 30-yard line. Again, if you start seeing defensive backs having to make the tackles, that screen was set up really well, had a guard out in front. We have 2 missed tackles by the linebackers. And then Javon Holland has to bring the guy down. Come on, linebackers. Man. Demetrius Chaney says, how the hell did he break that tackle? I don't know. I mean, those guys just didn't make the tackle. Now he's running again for about 3 or 4. Yeah, Viper, you saw that as well. He ran right through 2 linebackers. It was like they didn't even know what they were doing. Just ran right through them. All right, so now it's 2nd and 7. They're moving the ball. It seems as though they saw something and now they're realizing what they have to do after getting stunned, get hit in the face twice already. Back to pass, quick drop, and his forward motion is going to take him close to the first down line. It's probably going to be 3rd and 1, maybe 3rd and 1.5. I wouldn't do anything other than sneak it right here. Don't go into a shotgun. Russell Wilson is a big-bodied quarterback, or thick. I won't say he's big-bodied. He's not tall. But if you can't get 1 yard. All right, so 3rd and inches, not really 3rd and 1. Somebody asked me about the stadium. No, it is not packed. I see a lot of blue seats. A lot of blue seats. Early, though. All right. He hands it off, and he gets the first down, runs right through for about 4 yards. Defense, well, we've known the defense isn't what it's supposed to be. And you know what's funny, Ray, you're talking about, except for AVG last week, and AVG wasn't playing his normal position. He was playing Jalen Phillips' position, so now he's not playing Jalen Phillips' position. The linebackers themselves aren't doing anything on this drive. 1st and 10, Russell's under center. Long count. And he hands it off. Guy to the right. Gonna just push for 3 or 4 yards. What's up, Jim DeGreat? Jim DeGreat, nice to see you here today. I know you guys have lots of opportunity to be in other streams, and I thank you very much for being here.
Come on, show some love and click that like button.
Yeah, I don't like that the defense isn't stepping it up, and you can't just keep the pressure on this offense. Now, they haven't scored yet, but they are in scoring position. They are on the 11 or 12. He's under center. He's back to pass. Good protection. He evades protection. Find somebody that might get a flag here. Nope, no flag. All right, good breakup. I think that was Elliott who broke that pass up in the end zone. So it's 3rd and 6. I thought Russell Wilson was going to take off there. Yeah, he could have run it for 6 yards, but he tried to sneak it in there, and they got away with the PI there. They got away with the PI. All right, 3rd and 6 here. Tom, don't tell us yet. Let's see it. All right, so 3rd and 6, 1:21 left in the first quarter. He's in a shotgun. He's back to pass. And he's rushing and running around. He's getting chased out of the pocket. Just throws the ball for a touchdown. Wow. Cortland Sutton. And he beat X-Man. Maybe he's carrying around too much luggage. All those baby mamas he got going on. Nope, I won't say it. Anyway, broken play. He's just out there running for his life. He throws it. Wide receiver makes a catch in the end zone. Wow. All right, guys. We know what this defense is all about. We've seen it over and over, and it's just not good. Just not good. Let me see if I need to put something else here with another person in timeout. That wasn't good at all. That wasn't good. All right, let's look at Pablo. How you doing, brother? You're a little late to the party, but nonetheless, you're here. We appreciate that. Glad to be here as always. One of the keys to the game was defensive play. Again, my take on Fangio's aggression is poor. He is a preventive defensive guy. I don't know if he's always going to be a prevent type guy. Why are these spam guys? But for some reason, he keeps trying it here, and it's not working. It's to me, I think it puts too much pressure on the offense to have to score on every single drive. I mean, you got to stop people. You can't just do this bend and don't break thing that he keeps doing. I'm trying to keep up with them. They're out of control. I know I said I could try it, but I figured out what I needed to do, and now I'm doing it. Hold on, guys. Let me just go ahead and kill this one person here. Boom, hiding. Hit that one. Yeah. All right. So he's gone. All right. Thomas McDonald says, I don't have the game playing at home, just listening to you. So what are you seeing take place on the Dolphins D-line? No. I think everybody here will say the same thing. It's not the defensive line. Defensive line is interior line. Christian Wilkins and Zach Sealer. They're getting 2-3 yards a carry on the runs. But what we're seeing, Chubb and Jalen Phillips, they're not getting home, so there's just no pressure on Russell Wilson. That play, they chased him out of the pocket, but really no pressure. It's the guys behind him. The linebackers, once again, aren't doing what they're supposed to do, whatever they're supposed to be doing. They're not tackling when somebody gets to them, and everything is basically on the shoulders of the cornerbacks and defensive backs. He's not blitzing. I mean, if you guys have seen one thus far, I haven't seen a blitz yet. Like Dan Pilarski says right here, linebackers just aren't covering the short stuff, and you're making these guys have to do everything. Ray Persley says as well, the linebackers need to at least show some pride, start playing some football. The linebackers, you're going to hear that echo over and over. You'll read about it. This is the third week, and the linebackers are definitely the Achilles heel of this Miami Dolphins team. It's just not good. And, I don't want to blame the D-backs because, I mean, you can't cover a guy all over the entire field if there's nobody blitzing and there's nobody containing a quarterback. D-Letty, you're probably right. It's the NFL, lots of offense by design. We're not going to stop every drive. That's not even the plan. Right. Yep. All right, so let's go get some more points, guys. Let's get that 7 back. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you very much for liking the content. I'm trying hard. Got a great one coming up, by the way, after the game, about the game last night. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 25. Tua's in the backfield with, I believe it's A-Chain. Here's a handoff to, no, that's Mostert. He's going way back. He's going to lose 6 yards. That gives me an opportunity to play that other new soundbite I have. Let's go ahead and play it, because he went way back behind the line of scrimmage.
Don't beat yourself.
That was a bad decision by Mostert to do that. Very bad decision. All right, let's see what we got here. 14 seconds. 2nd and 16. He did lose 6 yards on that play. Tua's in a shotgun. I can't see which back is with him. He's back to throw. Quick drop. Wide open in the middle of the field. Wide open, Tyreek.
That's another Miami Dolphins.
I have no idea why Sean Payton isn't putting a blanket on Tyreek. Tua takes, again, 1 or 2 step drops, and Tyreek's just floating out there in the middle of the field, completely wide open. You and I could complete that pass. There's nobody around him. I mean, nobody around him. He's not even having to contend. Tua's under center. Oh, both sides jump, but I think the Broncos jumped first. Yep, that's going to be 5 yards on the Broncos. John Gibbs says our defense is like an Oreo, hard on the outside, soft in the middle. Yeah, they're coming across that way for sure. Absolutely for sure. All right, so that's the end of the first quarter. Since that's the end of the first quarter, you know what that means. It means we're giving away a $25 gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings. So before I give it away, I want you to jot this down. I didn't have my graphic done in time, so instead of having to go search for an email, if you're the winner, I want you to go ahead and text me to 954-804-9630. Here we go. In 1983, Dan Marino was drafted. When he was drafted, there were 6 quarterbacks drafted in the first round. 3 of those quarterbacks are in the Hall of Fame. Marino and 2 other quarterbacks. Name me the other 2 quarterbacks that are in the Hall of Fame from the 1983 draft. And I'm looking. Here we go. Who are the other 2 quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame from the 1983 draft? Boom. You got it. Jim DeGreat says it first. He nailed it. I don't see anyone before him. Jim DeGreat said Jim Kelly and John Elway. Absolutely. I know somebody had told me yesterday, hey man, I'm making this stuff too hard, but yeah, I want to make you do something and get engaged. I'm pretty sure I got the right person. Jim DeGreat was very quick with Kelly and Elway. Remember, there were 2 more, and some people put Elway, somebody put Kelly, but it was Kelly and Elway. So, Jim, do me a favor. Go ahead and text me to 954-804-9630. 954-804-9630. And I will definitely get your information, and we'll go from there. Again, 954-804-9630. And just the guys, let you know, I will have that graphic. I have a graphic with the phone number set up for a Tuesday and future things. I just didn't have time today. 954-804-9630. So, sorry. That was our first one. So, congratulations to Jim DeGreat. Good job, buddy. All right. 1st and 5 after the penalty. Tua is under center. Got Ingold and a halfback behind him. I think they just jumped again, but I will decline that if I were them, because Mostert just went for about 20 yards. So decline the penalty.
That's another Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, nice run. 2 offsides in a row. So I don't know if he's doing something with his cadence or what, but he definitely jumped, and didn't really matter. He got blown out, absolutely blown out. Jim Kelly's nephew plays in the NFL. I think you're referring to CFL, Chad Kelly from Mississippi. All right, so it's 1st and 10. Where are they on the field here? They're on about the 40-yard line going in. Tyreek's in motion. Tua's looking for him. Had plenty of time. We're going to have a holding penalty. That's going to come back. Nice pass, but I believe that's going to be a holding penalty. Yep. Number 58, holding. I believe that's the center. I believe that's Connor Williams with the holding penalty that will negate the nice pass by Tua. And you know what we always have to say about that.
Don't beat yourself.
I'm looking at it right here to see, was it really a hold? Yeah, I guess you can call that. I guess you can go ahead and call that a penalty. It was kind of weak. No, you're absolutely right, Darren. They cannot cover Tyreek. They're not doubling him. He's basically doing whatever he wants. So we got 1st and 20, a quick slot pass out to Raheem Mostert for about 5 or 6 yards. Guy lost his helmet, kept going, kept playing. So it's going to be his helmet came off, and he was still laid a blow on Raheem Mostert. I love that kind of football. Look at that. I don't need no helmet. I don't need no helmet. I'm going to take this dude down. I love that kind of football. That's football. That's old-time football. Oh, my helmet's off. What do you expect me to do? Expect me to wussy out? No, I'm just going to take this guy down. Take him down. All right, 2nd and 15. Tua is in a shotgun. Ball is on the 45. Here's a snap. Quick throw out to Raheem Mostert, like a quick screen, and he's going to get, looks like 12 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 3. Very manageable 3rd and 3. KB in the UK. How you doing, brother? Thanks for your great work. If we can afford Game Pass, as in FinSpans, you are all we got in the UK. I know. I can't believe the NFL decided this wasn't going to be a feature game. And only people in, Denver and South Florida are getting this game. Crazy. All right, 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Here's a snap. Tua's got time. He's got somebody wide open. That's Alec Ingo. No, that's Braxton Berrios. And that's going to be a first down.
Another Miami Dolphins.
I mean, these guys just can't seem to. There's no way they're covering these guys at this point. And it doesn't seem like their defensive people can keep up with any of the receivers. I don't know if you guys that aren't seeing this, or the guys who are seeing it, they're wide open. It's not even like they're covering these guys. Ugh. What do we got here? Helmet problem or something? Yeah, it's just nothing going on. Huh, Cameron, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not sure. Some affiliates must be carrying it. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so that was easy. Pitch and catch. Tua's changing the play. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. He's in a shotgun. He's got Raheem behind him. Quick pitch to him. Now that's A-Chain. Oh, he's done. He's gone. He's gone. Oh, we got a penalty. Tell me somebody did a bad block at the end. Tell me somebody did something stupid. Oh, man. Hold on. It's a great run if it stands. I'm not sure who the penalty is on. See what they're going to call it. Connor Williams with another hold. Another hold on the center. When you're not snapping the ball bad to Tua, you're out there causing penalties.
Don't beat yourself.
Man. What are you doing? That was a great run. You saw the speed. He only needed a hole this big, and boom, he went through it, and that was a touchdown. You have 2 holding penalties on this drive. 1st and 17. Got to do better. You're on a 30-yard line going in. Braxton Berrios in motion. Tua is in a naked bootleg. He throws it underneath to Tyreek. You can't stop that, man. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. I think he's still got 8 or 9 yards on that play. They can't stop him. Hannibal Lecter says, I keep telling people about Connor Williams, and everyone tells me he is one of the best in the league on stats. Contextually, he always screws us. There's no excuse for that. He just took 7 points off the board. Can't block and can't snap. 2nd and 5. They can't contain Tyreek, that's for sure. Inside fake. No, that's a handoff to, is that A-Chain again? Yeah. So he got another first down. This kid is quick.
That's another Miami Dolphins.
If A-Chain can play like this, if A-Chain is going to be this kind of back, how about moving Jeff Wilson and trading him for a center or something? Because this kid looking just unbelievable. Unbelievable. 1st and goal. Gotta like A-Chain. Wow. Kid's fast, tough. All right, first and goal. I believe they're on the 9-yard line. Inside handoff. This one's to A-Chain again. And he goes for about 4 yards. So he's good at the outside runs. He's good on the inside runs. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Jeff Wilson may not get back on the field the way this kid's playing. 2nd and goal. Here we go. Man, A-Chain is just doing it. I'm behind. I already see the scoreboard change, so let's see what happens here. Oh, shovel pass inside to A-Chain. Shovel pass inside. No look shovel pass by Tua.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
Now, that has to be a new play that he just put in this week for A-Chain. Haven't seen that play before. Obviously, if we haven't seen it, Denver Broncos haven't seen it. A no-look shovel pass to Devon A-Chain. That is some next-level play design by Mike McDaniel. A no-look shovel pass to A-Chain, and A-Chain takes it in. So this is looking very good. You're looking at a Super Bowl quality team. I believe that. You can see it right now. Tua still, Hannibal Lecter says, Tua still 100% completion, where all those Finn fans talking about Herbert. Pablo says, looks like we're cooking on offense. Come on, defense. That seems to be the only issue at this point is defense. This kid, A-Chain, yeah, I'm booking a ticket on the A-Chain train for sure. Absolutely. Like I said earlier, Jeff Williams is on IR. I think he's due to come off, not next week, but the week after. Do you move him? Do you trade him for another player? Because you're going to have Salvin Ahmed, who's been playing fantastic. You got Raheem Mostert. You got his kid, A-Chain. Someone's going to be man out. There's no reason for you to carry all these running backs once Jeff Wilson comes off of IR. I'm wondering who that may be. Who may be the odd man out? What do you guys think? Who do you guys think is going to be the odd man out as I go ahead and deal with this spammer again? Unreal, just unreal how well he's doing. I mean, they're complementing each other so well. Between he and Raheem Mostert, they're doing very well. Let's see here. Oh, he was already bounced as it was. No trading someone. Someone will get injured. But you already have 4. You got Raheem. You got Jeff Wilson. You got Devon A-Chain. You got Salvin Ahmed, and you have Chris Brooks on there. He's on the practice squad. So you got 5. I'm saying if you want to invest in another center or lineman, one of those guys can get moved. Oh, Jimbo, so you just saw it for the first time. Yeah, that was an unbelievable play. That play design was utterly next level. Next level. No look shovel pass. Gotta love that. Yeah, I'm thinking, David. I think you move Wilson. I think you move Wilson and bring somebody, maybe a linebacker. That's what I'm looking for. Maybe bring in a linebacker. Well, Jim, the only problem with Cedric Wilson, he makes too much damn money. I think he's owed like $11 or $12 million. I don't think anybody's going to want to sit on that. Rob says neither of them can stay healthy. I understand that's a long season. Yeah, Brooks is on the roster. Jacksonville is still trailing 7-0. Chris Wheeler said that play was nasty. That was indeed a nasty play, how they set that up. Pablo, looks like Denver can stop neither the run or passing game. I think it's time for McDaniel to jack the defense or the coordinator. Yeah, absolutely. Not good. Well, let's see what the defense does now. 1st and 10 from the 25. He's in a shotgun. Wide open receiver for a first down. Wide open. Javon Holland basically had to ride him out of bounds. I mean, I think this guy was either the fullback or the tight end, but in any event, he was wide open. They're showing a highlight, and Mac Jones just threw a long pass to, I'm not sure, is that Gesicki? But it's 10-0 over the Jets. Wow. All right, so it's 1st and 10. Play action. He's looking outside again. Ooh, knocked down. Nice play by Chubb. Nice play by Chubb, that one. Let's see here. Vacationing on the beach with the family in Oregon. Thanks, Barry, for keeping us informed. Have a nice one. That could have been dangerous. Looks like he was trying to reach the guy outside, and Wilkins almost picked it off. Almost picked it off. His hands are too big. Big paws. All right, 2nd and 10. Bradley Chubb had to come off the field. He's winded. We're in the second quarter, and he's already winded. No, I don't like that. All right, 2nd and 10. So right now there's an inside handoff. Guy makes a couple jukes. He's breaking it. He's out. The linebackers are doing nothing. There's another 15-yard run. Van Ginkel end up making the tackle, albeit 15 yards down the field. I'm looking at David Long. I'm looking at Jerome Baker, and I'm just looking at them just get manhandled. What a lane this guy had to run it. Absolutely manhandled. Guy cuts it back for like 15 yards, and Van Ginkel just happened to come off of one of his other blocks and make a tackle. This defense is going to keep us biting nails. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Russell Wilson, play action. He's got heat. He's throwing it deep. Complete down to about the 10-yard line. We got some pressure on him. 38-yard completion. Van Ginkel was coming. He was coming. He got to him, but he got the ball off. Van Ginkel was coming as the replacement for Bradley Chubb, not as a linebacker. Linebackers still haven't come, and we're not seeing any blitz thus far. Man, so now it's going to be 1st and goal from about the, let me see where the yard line is. Right at a 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal from the 10. He's an empty backfield. He's killed it. Okay, so whatever Russell Wilson planned on that play, he didn't like what he saw, and he just killed the play, just threw it down. I don't know if Jalen Phillips is hurt, but I'm looking at, looks like Andrew Van Ginkel is playing in Jalen Phillips' spot. Did you guys hear anything or see anything about Jalen Phillips still being hurt? Because they've got Van Ginkel playing in Jalen Phillips' spot. Not sure why. Let me know if you guys heard about him getting hurt, but it's definitely not Jalen Phillips on the field right now. There's an inside handoff. Guy's going to get probably 3 or 4, so it's going to be 3rd and goal from about the 6. Elliott made the tackle. Not the linebackers. The cornerbacks and safeties are coming up and having to stop the run. It's like the linebackers aren't even on the field. All right. Vipey says they're rotating. I don't know. I haven't seen Jalen Phillips in. I mean, it's the second quarter in Miami. What do you mean rotating? I don't care if it's hot. You've been practicing in Miami. You don't come off the field now. He's back in. He is back in now, so they are rotating him. So it's getting tired. 3rd and goal from the 6 or 7. There's a snap, empty backfield. He's throwing it, and wide open touchdown. May have offensive interference here. Let's see what they call it. Yep, offensive interference. Offensive interference. So offensive interference is going to back it up to about the 20-yard line. Let me see what happens. He ran in. Oh, it's like almost like they ran a pick play. Yeah, they ran an illegal pick play. All right, so it's 3rd and goal it's going to be about 3rd and goal from the 20. You're right, Rob. I didn't think about that. Jalen Phillips could still be hurting. You're absolutely right. That's a good call. Good call. So I don't know if you can. I don't know what the penalty was. That was a pick play. They're arguing, but it ain't going anywhere. It's going to be 3rd and goal from about I'd say about the 20 maybe. Let's see what happens here. He's in an empty backfield, and he calls timeout. So whatever he saw, he didn't like, so they're calling timeout. Are we going to have to score 40 to win? I don't know. Right as of right now, the defense isn't looking good whatsoever. Tom Stockwell with a score break says that the Browns are over Tannehill and the Titans 10-3. Let's see here. Is Fangio the new Tom Olivedati? Ouch. Ouch, you're going there. Van Ginkel is showing he's 10 times more effective than Phillips. Yeah, but like Rob said, Phillips may still be hurt. Mark, yes, I understand. Irish really screwed up at the end. Only having 10 players on the field for the last two plays. Not the last play, the last two plays. Pretty stupid. All right, so it's 3rd and goal from, looks like they're putting it at the 17. 3rd and goal from the 17. Empty backfield. Obviously, this is going to be a pass play. And here's the pass. It's an inside screen. It's to a wide receiver. He's going to get about 5 yards. It's going to be 4th down from about the 12-yard line. You got to go for the field goal here. You can't go for it. Yeah, you got to kick this. You got to kick it. Chris Wheeler, you say Fangio is the problem. Is Fangio the problem, or he really doesn't have the personnel that he needs? Can't tell. There's something that's just not working on with the linebackers. But he's going to be kicking a 33-yard field goal, and I can see on the scoreboard that it's good. So it's 21-10. Hey, Will, thanks for showing up. Will's been here since 1971. George Williams says, don't make the fog guys have to come down there. That's too funny. 21-10, Ronald. Yes, exactly. That's it. What are Dedrick? What are your thoughts on the Oregon-Colorado game? They got stomped. If you saw the game, most of us saw the game, they got absolutely stomped. It wasn't a game. It wasn't a game. I said that AVG was better than Phillips, and everyone jumped me. He's playing very well last two games when he's playing at that position, but I don't know what he's doing. Ray Persley says that Phillips doesn't want to be seen with the other linebackers. Let's see what else here. You got Denver High. Lacita says you got Denver high altitude training, also known as blood doping, versus Dolphins high heat index and humidity. But at this point, those of us who live here, those of us who work here and are out every day, it's not a bad day today. I understand the sun is out, but it's not extremely hot. Let me see what the temperature is, looking like here. On the field, it's obviously hotter. You're sitting there with, 10 pounds of gear on and everything else. But you've been doing this since April. You went through OTAs, you went through mini camp, you went through preseason. It's only 82 degrees right now, and the feel-like temperature with the humidity is 90. So there's no excuse at this point to be, I don't know, I won't say it out of shape, but winded? I wouldn't do that. You got to be ready to play at this point. It's late September. Today's the 24th. And you're not ready to play in the heat? Come on. Yeah, Rob, it's a lovely day here in Florida. Just wife's out back at the pool. She says it's fantastic outside. It's just, I don't understand how you can be out of shape at this point in the season unless you're hurt. Now remember, he was hurt, so we got to give him the benefit of the doubt that maybe he's not 100%. 82 degrees is nothing. I'm in Alabama, and that's not hot for us. No, it's not hot outside right now. Pablo says, I would bring the heat, the quarterback, even with the defensive backs. 71 degrees in Salt Lake City. I love that kind of weather. I just love the 70s. When my wife and I went to Hawaii, I just loved it because I thought it was going to be really hot. But with the breezes and everything, it was so nice. Water had just perfect. All right, there's a kick. Probably going to go out of the end zone. Yeah. What a waste of time having these kicks. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 25, 21-10, 6:36. This game is moving fast as well. It's 2 o'clock, and we're already at 6:36. Dolphins dodged the bullet on that because the guy was open, wide open. So, and we see what we got here. Oh, we got another spammer. Gotta see if I can't ban him. Yeah, you're gone, buddy. Boom. You can go back and tell your orc buddies you're not gonna work here. So you're gone. All right. So looks like while I was nuking a spammer, they had a little bit of a run here. No, John, not at all. 90 degrees is not too bad. I used to do line work in Florida and play semi-pro. Not bad at all. 2nd and 2, inside handoff to A-Chain. This time they stuffed him pretty well. I'd say no gain, so it's going to be 3rd and 2. Yeah, well, I've seen a couple of the guys from Denver under the shade tent and sitting in front of the fans and all that kind of stuff, but maybe that altitude works both ways against them. Right, so it's 3rd and 1. Tua is calling a play in a huddle, so it wasn't a line play. Let's see what they do here. Looks like it was a short snap to the fullback. Not sure if he got there. Looks like he got enough of a push possibly for a 1st down. Let's see what they say. Everybody was waiting for Tua, and Ingle just walked up and took the snap. They saw it. Denver reacted really well. I'm not sure. It looks like he's got enough room for a 1st down now. No, it's 4th and 1, and Mike's saying, gut check. Gut check with my offensive line. Here we go. All right, so Tua's under center. Here's the handoff. Ooh. I guess you can tell from my reaction, not only did they not get the 1st down, they got pushed back. Wow, offensive line couldn't get a yard. Good snap, good handoff to Alex Ingold, and tight end Hill just blew the block. They got through. So what looked like was going to be a blowout. Settle in, guys. Smoke them if you got them. Get the food. Have the wife bring you in some beers, some brewskis. But it looks like we got a game. Unreal. Let's see here. John Spears says, well, they just held this on our 30-yard. Pretty effing dumb play. I don't know if it was dumb. I think somewhere in his mind, Mike McDaniel, like all of us, has seen these guys pushing Denver around, getting 6.7 yards per carry. My guys can get 1 yard. I mean, we're talking Alec Ingold. We're talking about this big offensive line. We can get 1 yard. Oh, okay. They couldn't get 1 yard. But until then, when you look at the yards per carry, go ahead and do your stats, but take this play out, and I bet you're going to see yards per carry prior to that play were probably 5+. So if Mike's looking at his chart and he's like, hey, it's okay. Let's go for this. And we can get 1 yard. QB sneak, I don't think he would have done a QB sneak because of who the QB is. I'm not going to put Tua in any kind of harm's way and having him go ahead and stick his head out there. It ain't going to happen. Wouldn't be a Dolphins game if I wasn't having a heart attack. I can't tell you how many games, when I started doing this last year, how many games just even looked like they were going to be blowouts, and then you're like, oh man, gotta stop them. And they pull it out, but geez, this is crazy. We killing them with pass the run. He's back. Hold on, what's this here? He's back on a bubble because it's okay to punt the ball when you're winning, and running the ball, you have defense that need to chill. So you're saying basically that he thinks the defense can hold, because you only go for it on 4th down with 2 things in mind. 1, my offensive line can get me 1 friggin' yard, and 2, if I don't get it, is only 4.5 minutes left. I think my defense can hold these guys for 4 minutes and 44 seconds. So let's see. Let's see what he does here. All right, so 4:47 left to half. Remember, Denver gets the ball back in the second half. They deferred. So, big time need to stop them here. So, Andy went on deep in on his own end. I mean, they're already basically in scoring position. All right, here's a handoff. What happened? Oh, illegal procedure. Okay, push him back 5 yards. Mike McGlinchey, big tackle from Notre Dame, Fighting Irish. Just got a big $90 million contract, and you go ahead and do illegal procedure. All right, so here we go. 1st and 15 from about the 38-yard line. Yeah, right about the 39. Russell's in an empty backfield, so they're looking to throw on this defense. We may have a blitz coming. Russell Wilson saw it as well. Check down. And let's see what happens. Here's the snap. They do bring the blitz. They bring heat. He's going to get stuck, and he finds somebody out for maybe a 1-yard gain. There you go, Vic. Don't let this guy sit back there and throw it. Bring the heat. But I guess if he's tired and you have the rotating guys in already, are you tired of expending them to the point where they're not going to be able to play later? But glad that he actually brought heat on that. I saw AVG is playing middle linebacker now, so they're moving him all over the field at this point, trying to figure out something for him to do. 2nd and 14. They got 1 yard on that play. Russell's in a shotgun. There's a snap, inside handoff. He cuts it outside. That's not going to go too far. Yeah, they ran him down, and it's going to probably be a loss. Big play by AVG on there from the inside linebacker position. That's good. Tom Stockwell, yeah, Notre Dame shouldn't have worn Oregon's uniforms. God, those are ugly. So now they're out of field goal position because of the penalty, and so they're going to have to pick up at least 10 yards. So Miami, he needs to know that. Needs to know that they're going to have to throw it here. 3rd and 17, Andrew Van Ginkel is on the sideline, so they rotated Phillips back in. Here's a snap. They're blitzing. He's going deep. There's nobody there. No, nobody home. Nobody around. Good defense. He had to blitz though. So maybe he'll realize, hey man, I need to blitz. I can't play my bend break thing. They brought in Xavier Howard on the blitz, who put a little licking on Russell Wilson. So he brought in a cornerback blitz. You gotta obviously. This defense is not going to survive the bend and break strategy that Fangio wants to do. He's going to have to bring heat. All right, so now there's a punt. So, Rob, yeah, there's the Fangio defense, but is that the Fangio defense that he wants to run? He's been resistant to blitzing, but he's going to have to. If you don't blitz, these guys are going to be wide open. So he's going to have to blitz. And I'm thinking that's where his apprehension has been. He hasn't wanted to do the blitz. Vipey, I've never seen Howard go on a blitz before. Me neither. Brought him in from the corner, so that was good. Ricky McGill says we have to score here. Yeah, remember, Denver gets the ball to open the second half. Dedrick says that Fangio is actually doing a good job, always comes through when a stop is needed. That's a good point. Understand, into the third game now, I'm an opponent down the road, what I'm seeing. The tendency, if I can pick this up, I'm sure any offensive coordinator can. When Miami's back is pressed against the wall, he's going to blitz. That's when he's going to blitz. We saw that at the end of the last two games, when they needed to make a stop, he will blitz. All right, so the tendency right now when I'm holding my chart, and I'm like, okay, he's going to blitz me. So I've got to basically dial up a play and be ready and tell my quarterback, on this play, you're going to see a blitz. do this, and do this. That's the problem I'm having, is he's not changing things up. Sean Payton needs to know that, hey, if he gets to a point where he's going to need a stop, that's when he's going to dial up a blitz. Mike Jeff says that at this point, McDaniel is an offensive coordinator, not a head coach at this point. Ooh, you're bringing the smoke to Mike McD. So what you're saying is Vic Fangio has complete, utter control over the defense, and Mike McDaniel has no say. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Yes, indeed, Wilson has been, I said this in my video yesterday, 9 times in 2 games. Why are we not getting him dirty? That's what we've been talking about. Why is he not blitzing? Obviously, this defensive front can't get home. For whatever reason, Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips can't get home. They can't get to the quarterback. It's very disconcerting. So you're going to have to blitz. And that kind of defense, if it becomes a tendency that people can chart, will be a problem later on in the year. Unless, of course, you can score 40 points. So here we go, 1st and 10. Tua is 12 for 12 for 156 yards and 2 TDs. There he's back to pass. He's got Tyreek wide open again. Wide open. Good tackle, good open field. What? Was he not down? Oh, Tyreek's out here just playing video games at this point. Tyreek's out here playing a video game. Was his knee not down? Let's see. The guy tackles him, wraps him. Nope, he rolled up on him. Tyreek is playing Madden right now against these teams. He went to pull him down. His knee touched. Nope. His knee did touch. His knee touched. They're going to bring it back. Yeah, that's going to come all the way back. Yeah, his knee was down. But in any event, he's a human cheat code. He is a human cheat code. Whew. His knee, barely touched down. Yeah, right there. His knee went down. But in any event, the throw and catch were fantastic. Wide open again. Nobody anywhere near him. Almost a great play by you. Still a great play. He can't be stopped. McDaniel's right. Fangio's resume gives him room. Yeah, I bet it does. And Cheetah is a cheetah code. Yes, for sure. You don't see that. You don't see that kind of stuff from normal players. It's just otherworldly at this point. He got tackled. The guy wrapped him up pretty good, but he almost, barely, and he spun across the guy. Oh, he would have been down twice. His elbow was down too. So either way, he was down. When he spun him, his elbow hit as well. So your elbow would make you down. Any event, it's 1st and 10. Great play.
That's another Miami Dolphins.
And they're on about the 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Tua's back to pass. He's got a wide open again to Raheem Mostert. Are they that hard to cover? Because Tua is just basically taking those 2-step drops. He's 13 or 14 for 14 at this point, and it's just making it look easy. He's back to pass, 2 steps. He throws across the middle. There he goes again. Tyreek.
That's another Miami Dolphins.
He cannot be stopped. Cannot be stopped. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 again. He's looking across. Caught him again. Who's this one? This is Craycraft.
That's another Miami Dolphins.
Can't wait to see how Teddy Bridgewater would have played today. Tyreek will have another 200-yard day. Tyreek thus far has 5 catches for 107 yards. 5 catches for and nobody is around him. The 2 most integral parts of this offense Tua's not even getting breathed on. There's nobody even close to him. And then Tyreek's wide open every time. I mean, literally, I haven't seen a contended pass. Yeah, that's right, contended. I haven't seen a contended pass yet. Every single pass, he's wide open. Wide open. Berrios and Craycraft are underrated. Maybe not. This is just stupid. I just feel like we were cheating, and I'm and I'm a dog. If Mike McDaniel, I don't know when he drew this up. I don't know what he said to himself. He's like, I am not going to let Tua get hit. There's nothing to worry about. They won't get to Tua because we're going to throw every single play within 2.5 seconds. That's it. And there's just no possible way these guys can get to him. So if that's what I'm going to do, then I need to have these receivers get open in 2 seconds as well, or be on their way to getting open so Tua can get him the ball. I don't know how at this point you stop this offense. If you can't get to Tua, which they can't, and you can't cover Tyreek, I don't know what you do. Don't really know what you do. This is the two. Now, Karen, I'm going to call you on this one. This is the Tua I expected to see when he got drafted. It seems like McDaniel was right about giving them so much confidence when McDaniel got hired. I'm going to have to call that. There is no possible way that this is the Tua you thought was going to be playing. And one reason, because this offense wasn't even in anyone's thought. This isn't what he ran in Alabama. I've never seen an offense do this. 2-step drop, 2-second pass. So it's hard to say this is what Tua was expected to do when the offense didn't exist even as much as last year. This offense just got unveiled 3 weeks ago, and it's friggin' incredible. You cry, Barry? It's that simple? I don't even know what you're talking about. All right, so it's you cry. We got another spammer in here. Let me get to them real quick. So we got 1st and 10 from about the 35 going in. Let's go here. Inside handoff goes for Mostert, breaks it for about 10 or 11.
That's another Miami Dolphins.
All right, that makes sense. You expect him to be elite quarterback. Okay. All right, so the 2-minute warning, 21-10, and the Dolphins are moving. Dolphins made me cry. Oh, I got you. Okay. I expected Tua to be much better than he was that POS coach during the Brian Flores days. I can agree with that. Tua was developed at Bama, but not in this offense. This is a completely different offense, and it's working gangbusters. Is this real game or practice? I know. It's if I'm playing this team and I'm a defensive coordinator, I don't know what to do at this point. I can't get to the quarterback to even try and sack him. Can't get there. And then they've got this cheat code out there running around just doing stuff. I don't think the NFL has ever seen anything like this. I mean, just watch this play. He's in a shotgun, 2nd and 1. Man in motion. Oh, we got guys jumping all over the place. Flag could be on either side. Who are they going to call it on? I'm seeing Denver guys taking knees. They're hot. They're tired. It's going to be on. Raheem Mostert says it's against the Broncos offsides. All right. Let me get this other spammer. Ooh. Craycraft is hurt. All right, so we're going to see some chosen because Craycraft may have a separated shoulder. 1st and 10 from the 20, inside handoff to Mostert. I think, Mostert busted out. He's going to go in. He's taking it in. That's going to be a touchdown.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
Well, I guess we can't say unbelievable. It's believable. At this point, the offensive line is blocking the run perfectly. They're blocking the pass perfectly. Tua is getting the ball away. Oh, great comment by Tongat here. Who needs Dalvin Cook? Absolutely. Dalvin Cook, Jonathan Taylor. I just love the whole thing. When it was happening, Raheem Mostert was so cool. He was so good. He just said, yeah, love to have him, whatever. If you want to bring somebody else in, fine, who cares? And he just responded the way he's responded. Just love it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is an offensive clinic at this point. Denver looks like my high school team. You can't. A lot of teams are going to look like a high school team against this offense. I seriously, I've looked and looked and looked, and I don't know how you stop this offense. I mean, every single week there's something different. Are you kidding me? An inside shovel pass, no look play to Devon Achane, who hasn't even been on the field yet, for a touchdown. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Well, if the defense doesn't get any stops, we're on pace to drop over 50 points today. Yeah, that's for sure. That's absolutely for sure. So still 149 left to play. And let's see here. They've got one timeout left in the half. And then again, like I said, they get the opening kickoff. So the offense right now is running on all cylinders. It's purring like a kitten. There's nothing anyone can do to stop this. They haven't shown a vulnerability yet on offense. Haven't seen it in 3 weeks. Unreal. Speed on the run. Speed on the pass. Quick release. Don't let anybody get to the quarterbacks. I don't know how you stop it. All right, so now it's going to be one. Yeah, other than the center, that's it. Chris Miles, you're absolutely right. Other than the center, that's, and on offense anyways, that's the only problem. All right, so 1st and 10, 149. Russell's back to pass. Plenty of time. He throws it in the dirt. So Russell Wilson, if he doesn't like what he sees, he's not going to try and extend it. He just throws in the dirt. That ain't going to work. I'm not running this play. Just going to throw in the dirt. So we've got Achane with 67 yards. You've got Mostert with 61 yards. So you've got 128 yards of rushing just with those two guys in the first half. Okay, so it's 2nd and 10. Russell Wilson in the shotgun again. Back to pass. He throws a pass over the middle. Oh, fumble! AVG with the pickup. AVG with the pickup. He's down to the 10 and 5. He's 3. He's down to about the 3-yard line. Oh, my. Oh, my. Give Andrew Van Ginkel some more money. Now, please. Now. Yeah, Van Ginkel. Van Ginkel. Ooh, man. So he caught the pass. Javon Holland knocked it out of his hand. Great play by Javon Holland. Yeah, tell Jalen Phillips, stay home, rest up, bud. Absolutely. All right, so now you got to score again here. Make it at least 31, but let's not look at the field. I love how Javon Holland just knocked that ball out of his hand. Just knocked out of his hand. Van Ginkel picked it up, took it towards the end zone. I was hoping he would score. Yeah, Van Ginkel almost scored. He couldn't put it in. But it's 1st and goal from about the 3. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts remain. Time is not an issue here. Achane inside. That's going to be a touchdown. Wow. Wow. That one was Mostert actually the inside. This is getting ugly quick.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
All right, somebody needs to find me. Maybe I'll just send it down to the Miami Dolphins home office. But I need to send a bottle of champagne and probably some roses and some candy to Chris Greer, because
I think you guys are probably more worried than we are.
he laughed at us. He said, "You guys are probably more worried than we are." You don't know what we got. No, we didn't know that this offensive line was going to play like this. Tell me again, Chris.
I think you guys are probably more worried than we are.
Just laughed at us. None of us believed. Well, maybe there might have been a few. I didn't believe it all. I said, there's no way this offensive line could block like this. There's no way you're going to be able to succeed with this offensive line. And sure enough, this offensive line is knocking people on their butts. Absolutely. Going to have to send a nice rosé down to Chris Greer's office, because damn what these guys are doing. It was unimaginable that this offensive line could block this way for the run, and he knew it. He knew that these guys were good run blockers. If Mike was going to take the pressure off the pass and not, have long dropbacks, he knew the offensive line could block for the run. And damn if they haven't. Unreal. It showed Christian Wilkins heading into the locker room early, so I hope that's okay. Pablo, you're absolutely right. They're showing Raheem Mostert showing, and not just him. Again, I don't think it's so much Raheem. I don't think it's so much A-Chain. The offensive line is knocking people on their butts, just making holes for them. And it's fun to watch an offensive line play this way. It's 35-10, 129 left. It ain't over. And he dumps a quick pass to his running back. I mean, it's wow. Very nice. Offensive line is showing up, more than showing up. They're making their presence known, and as Jimbo always says, they're knocking their you-know-whats in their you-know-whats. 2nd and 2. There's a snap. Pressure. He throws a low pass, but it's complete over the middle. So, wow. Oh, I don't know if he caught that or not. I think his hand got under. You guys are getting greedy now. People are like, hey, let's go ahead and get another touchdown. Let's score some more points. I know you've been starved for so many years. Yeah, that was a nice catch. I'm not sure if he'll do it. This game should be taken off life support. Make it a do not resuscitate. Wow. So I don't know how long. I'm not even going to go there. I was going to talk about how long Mike will keep Tua in the game, but I'm not going to get cocky like that. These refs take so long to make a call. I think his hand was under. I think it's a good catch. It's a catch. The Jags are overhyped. Okay, are they getting beat again? Are they getting beat? Let me see his hands. I'm looking closely. Yeah, it's a catch. That's a catch. After what Peyton said, this game needs to be a blowout. Well, it's headed that way. It's definitely headed that way. Yeah, Darren, I can't see, but it looks like, since he's wearing white gloves, you can see the glove kind of go under the ball. Jose, I don't think we'll score 60. You know why? Because unless they've scored 40, I don't see Mike McDaniel keeping Tua in and keeping his foot on the neck of these guys. Let the other guys play. Get them off the field. Don't let anybody get injured. If you're up by 20 points like this, you're up 25 going into the fourth quarter. Nah, you'll pull people. I don't know Tua's full stats thus far, but I believe he's 16 for 16. I haven't seen him miss as of yet. So they're going to call that a first down. Yeah, I haven't seen him miss one yet. Sai Shura says, you have to tell us what that means. Kau Kai Tua. Yeah, what does that mean? All right. Let's see. I believe there's 50 seconds left, 53 seconds left. All right, so 1st and 10 from about the 48. Good pressure. He throws it underneath. Guy's going to get a first down and go out of bounds. We have to read this. Where is it? One of my managers at work is a Broncos fan, and he's currently at the game. Should I make any jokes tomorrow, or should I show him the mercy that the Dolphins are refusing to show his team? Well, if he's one of your managers, unless you're over him, I don't know if I'd give him too much of a hard time. If he's under you, if you're the director or whatever, oh yeah, bring it. Give it to him. Give it to him. Give it all to him. All right, so it's 1st and 10. Looks like there's still 43 seconds left. There's a snap. He's looking. They're bringing a blitz again. He's wide open. I'm not wide open, but Ooh, that was a nasty pass. Elliott came over the top. Kader Kohu with covered, so they double teamed the guy. Good. What I meant when I said he's open, I meant Russell Wilson stepped up into the pocket, and Russell Wilson obviously doesn't like to run anymore because they blitzed on the outside. The middle of the field was open. I bet you he could have run for 20 yards, and he didn't. He didn't at all. All right, so it's 2nd and 10, 37 seconds left in the half. He's in the shotgun again. Looks like they're bringing heat. Yep, they're bringing heat. He throws it, got a wide open receiver, wide open down to about the 8-yard line, 7-yard line. So this is where it gets kind of iffy in terms of bringing pressure. You brought pressure that time, and underneath he hit a wide receiver that was coming across. The linebackers couldn't stay with him. Now they're bent over. You see a lot of Dolphins at this point bent over, sucking wind. So Russell eat that up all day if you're gonna leave these guys one-on-one with linebackers. So it's 1st and goal. Another spammer here. Still got one timeout. He throws it to the outside. I see a flag on the field. See a flag. That's probably going to be holding. Probably going to have to bring that back. See what they're doing. Tua has 158 yards. Tom, is he 16 for 16? We got an illegal shift by the offense. So that touchdown will not count. Take the points off the board. Okay. So you got 25 seconds. It's going to be 1st and goal from probably now the 9 or 10-yard line. Okay, guy comes in motion. Not a full second. All right, 1st and goal from looks about the 12. Still got 25 seconds and one timeout left. Blitz. Basically the same play, and he runs out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 4 with 17 seconds. Tom Stockel just went and got ahead and pulled Tua's stats. You guys are not going to believe this. 16 of 16 for 206 and 158 yards. 16 of 16. Man, this offense is nasty. Absolutely nasty. All right, 2nd and goal from about the 4-yard line. Denver still has one timeout left. Looks like, who called it? Looks like Miami just called timeout. Mike McDaniel called one of his timeouts. Wow. Buffalo is on the cover of Madden. We have to be more serious this year. Play football, punt the ball. Offense affects the defense. Don't forget the 2 TDs. Yes, two TDs, all that together. A-Chain isn't far behind. Nope, A-Chain's playing a great game. Timeout, why? Timeout, I guess, so he and Fangio can talk about what they're going to do on these 1 or 2 plays to finish the half. More than likely, they want to make sure that they agree that they're in sync in what they're going to do defensively here. Remember, Denver gets the kickoff on the second half. So it's important to not let them score a touchdown here. I mean, you really don't want them scoring a touchdown. You really don't want them scoring at all. I would probably put some kind of a spy on Russell Wilson. From the 4-yard line, Russell Wilson could take off running. There's a blitz. There he is. I just called it. He's going, and oof. They brought heat. So you still have time for 2 plays. You got time for a 3rd down play here, and then you're going to have to kick it on 4th down and hold your timeout for the last. But that ball was right in that guy's hands. He's very lucky, number 14. He was right there. Bam, right through his hands. That should have been a TD. All right. So, Pablo, you asked earlier, why did they take a timeout? That's why you take a timeout, because you got to make sure this defense is set for what's about to be thrown at them. So who called the timeout now? Miami calls another timeout. Yeah, Rob, Howard almost gave that up again. The guy made a sweet move on Howard. Sweet move on him. 3rd down and goal with 11 seconds. I mean, they're right there. I almost think they're talking about jiu-jitsu on television right now. I almost think that was a Mike McDaniel head fake. I think he got everybody focused on the jiu-jitsu, and he knew the way this offense is running, he knew he was going to have this quick jet motion, 2.5 second drop. You're never going to touch my quarterback. You're never going to get near him because the ball's going to be out. All right, here we go. 3rd and goal. He's in an empty backfield. Let's see if they bring heat. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's changing the play at the line of scrimmage. There's a snap. Quick throw out there. That ain't going anywhere. You have to burn a timeout and take a field goal. That was stupid. Sometimes you have to wonder, these guys get paid so much money and they do some stupid plays like that. That was going nowhere. It was a bad design play. It was just, I don't know what you were thinking. And he threw it out there and didn't have time to block. There was nobody blocking. Nothing at all. That made that look easy. All right, so we're almost at halftime. Actually, we are at halftime. Broncos can't handle the heavy air. I would have went for it too. You're down by 25 points. I would have went for it too. But they kicked the field goal. It's 35-13. We're almost at the half. And there it is. 35-13, 3 seconds left, and we're going into halftime. I don't know, Vipey. I would have went for it. You're down by 25 points. What's that do? I guess maybe he's thinking, hey, listen, let's get some points before we get into the half, and work that way. Maybe that's what he's thinking. Yep, it's not even a half, 35-13. There's a lot of people looking tired on both teams. It's the offensive line performance keeps improving. The Dolphins should have Pro Bowl players. Yeah, absolutely. Especially 1 or 2 that right off the bat. At this point, Tua and Tyreek are basically shoe-ins the way they're playing. I mean, just don't even bother voting. Just put Tua and Tyreek in. Let me see if it's funny because I can see the spammers come in, but I don't know if they are already booted. So that's what's funny. So I have to refresh. But most of these guys at this point, they're embarrassing themselves. So get ready. After this kick, we're going to do another Buffalo Wild Wing thing. Okay. I'm pretty sure Mike McDaniel is going to come out and kneel down. Jonathan, yeah, they come in, but because I've got them attached, most of them come in and then end up getting bopped out real quick. John, my wife is cooking this pork butt, and she started cooking it at about 11 o'clock, and I can't even hardly stay in here because the smell wafting through the vents is just, oh my God. Oh my God. All right, so is he going to take a knee? No, 3 seconds here. He didn't take a knee last week. He's got 2 in the shotgun. Inside handoff. And he breaks it for about 6 or 7. So it's halftime. All right, so that's it. Hannibal Rector. Where's Hannibal? What you said? Tua finished the half at 100% completion rate, 160 QBR. Brian Flores disappearing in the hedges like Homer Simpson. Absolutely. As well he should. All right, guys. It's halftime. We have another Buffalo Wild Wings $25 gift card. You ready? You know what? I didn't check. Before I start, let me check and make sure that I got the text from the earlier winner. I will check in a second. All right, so write this down. The phone number is 954-804-9630. And what you're going to need to do is, if you win, go ahead and text me instead of having to look for my email and everything. All right, so earlier I said that in 1983, there were 6 quarterbacks drafted. 3 of those quarterbacks, Marino, Kelly, and Elway, who we spoke about earlier, are in the Hall of Fame. Which of the other 3 quarterbacks played for the New York Jets? So I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. Nope, it's not Carr. Let's see, I'm waiting. Which one of those? Oh, you guys are all Googling. You don't know. Eason, boom, okay. Nope, he got it. Jonathan, oh, wait a minute now. Mike Litteris got it first. Mike Litteris got it. Ken O'Brien. Ken O'Brien played for the Jets. Eason played for the Patriots. So Ken O'Brien was the Jets quarterback for quite some time. So Mike, go ahead and text me to 954-804-9630. Like I said, I apologize for not having a graphic. I will definitely have that next week. Or actually, I'll have it for Tuesday. And let me just check something. I got Jim's. Jim did great. I got your text here, and I got it with your real name, so I have that here. And I've got all your information. Very cool. It works. It works. It definitely works. So I just need yours, Mike, to go ahead and text me to 954-804-9630. And let's see here. Let me bounce that spammer, or is he already committed suicide? Oh, that's a new one. So I'll just get rid of him real quick. Boom. Bye. You're dead. You're dead. All right. Yep, I got him. I got him, Pablo. They don't realize I got it down now how to get rid of them. So it's pretty easy. Ever win? I want 7-11 points. Todd Blackledge was the other of the 3. Eason, O'Brien, and Todd Blackledge. Todd Blackledge out of Penn State, and I know he played for Kansas City. Who else did he play for a while? He was there. I have a Dolphins hat somewhere, and I don't know where it is. I have to find it. But it went ahead. I was so happy when it got here, and I'm like, oh, I got a Dolphins hat. And it fit my head like a yarmulke. I got a big head, and the hat like sat way up like there. It wouldn't go down over my head. So that's why, and I tried to find another one, and the same size problem. I gotta I have a rather large dome, big dome. So I'm looking around. I'll look for a hat. I'll find one. Trust me, I've been looking. I go online, go on Fanatics and a couple other places, and they say large, and I'm like, I've already had to return two. I've had to return two different hats. I think what I'm gonna have to do is probably see if I just go ahead and get a couple made myself, get a couple blanks, and then have them embroidered. And then I'll have a couple extra to give away. So I think that's the way we're gonna go. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna buy some hats, and I'm gonna get a couple made that fit me, and because I like a white hat. I like a lighter color hat, especially down here. And then I'll give away the others. So that might be the way to do. Yeah, FinFan, relaxing and enjoying this game, 35-13. Why not? Ask Joe Rose for a hat. I'm going to get my own. I'm going to make them my way. Let's see. Very loving this game. I'll be down for the game against the Giants. When is that? Let me see something. Let me get the Dolphins schedule. I don't have that up in front of me. Dolphins schedule. All right, so you said you might come down for that. Let me just look and see what that is. Let me just see something. So the Dolphins schedule, Miami Dolphins 23-24 schedule. You know what we should do? Let's see here. All right, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna bring it up. Let's talk about that schedule. Will this work? Yeah, there it is. All right. So next week, Dolphins are at the Broncos. At the Bills. And then they're at home October 8th versus the New York Giants. Let me go ahead and move that. Continue here. Then at Philadelphia, then home against the Panthers, Sunday, October 15th. And then home against the Patriots. Maybe what I'd look to do, it's Halloween weekend, October 29th. And then Sunday, November 19th against the Raiders, a 1 o'clock game. So what if I look at, maybe what I'm going to look to do is to do a, let's see here. Am I doing this right? What am I doing here? Trying to get all my stuff together. And cut me there. All right, so I'm going to look at doing a ticket giveaway for that Halloween weekend game. That should be fun. Let's look at giving away Dolphins tickets for the 29th of, what is that, 29th of October? 29th of October. I'm going to look at that. What do you guys think about that? You guys want to do a Halloween trick or treat? Do it. I'll get together with a hotel, get you down to the Hard Rock, maybe casino, get you some rooms. Yeah, let me put that together. I think that could work. That would be fun to have somebody come down and get a couple tickets, get an Uber to the game, be able to hang out at the Hard Rock. Yeah, that would be fun. I'm going to go for that. Zippy says, my daughter, who is 13, is obsessed with the Dolphins almost as much as me. She even plays football for her middle school. They just made her a starter last week. I'll send you a vid on Twitter. Oh, that's awesome. That is really awesome. Yeah, I love hearing kids being kids, man. That is so much fun. Yeah, Tom, that would be an awesome Halloween. I can probably go ahead and meet the people that win, get them down here, go out to dinner one night, have fun, take some pictures, post them, maybe even do like a live video from dinner or something. I know my wife would love that. Let's see, Justin Johnson says, if we beat the Bills this year, we could go undefeated. You understand you got Philadelphia Eagles staring you in the face. You got the Dallas Cowboys staring you in the face. So, I mean, those are some big games coming up. They're not going to be pushovers like the Broncos. They're not going to be pushovers like the Chargers. Micah Parsons scares the hell out of me. I mean, yeah, we're getting the ball away in under 2.5 seconds, but Michael Parsons is a beast, man, an absolute beast. You're right, Nate. 1 week at a time. Slow your roll, pump your brakes. See, I said something, last week I said something. People got all pissed off at me. And I said, you understand that the 3 teams that the Dolphins have thus played are collective 0-6. And people are like, oh my God, well, you only play the schedule that's put in front of you. I'm like, that's not my point. My point is that the teams that the Dolphins have played thus far are 0-6. This one's about to make it 0-7. Not sure what happens today with the Chargers. Not sure what happens with the Patriots. Patriots seem to be winning against the hapless Jets with no quarterback. Nonetheless, has this team, and I'd like your opinion, has this team, in your mind, been tested yet? That's a very serious question. And I like this audience because you guys are more adults about things. You actually are able to discuss things. You come across as a higher intellect audience than I see on Twitter. So I'm going to ask you, has this team been tested yet? Do you think at this point, as much as we talk Super Bowl, as much as we see great stats, has this team been tested? Has Denver, the Chargers, and the Patriots been tested this team as much as what we're going to see in the season coming forward? I'd love to know what you guys think. Nate Dogg, yep, I'd like to see next week will be a great test. Absolutely. That's going to be it's the 4th game, so it's a quarterly review. Next week will be the quarterly review. Playing the Buffalo Bills is a step above the 3 teams we've seen thus far. That would be a great test. Joshua, no, you don't think they've been tested as of yet. I believe David Storm says, I believe after Buffalo will know. Darren Batten says, Dallas has a great defense for me, but Dak Prescott is overrated. This year, he's not showing it under the new Mike McCarthy offense. Man, Michael Solomon says, nope, we haven't been tested yet. So you guys are pretty much echoing what I've been saying. I mean, it's great to see these stats. It's great to see these wins. But if you bring that subject even up on Twitter, people freak the F out. I'm like, dude, I'm not insulting anybody. I just don't know how are we playing. I mean, a lot of you guys watched the Colorado game, and they ran up against a good team that spanked the crap out of them. Yeah, they had won their first couple games. They had shown people they were going to do this and do that, and then what happened? They got absolutely spanked running up against a good team. Has this team been proven? Have they tested? Obviously, we see what the offense is doing, but they're obviously lesser teams at this point. Joseph Neff says, yes, I agree. Next week will be a type test, but still only week 4. Yeah. So you can't even ask this question on Twitter. You ask this question on Twitter and they call you hater and you're a flip-flopper. I'm like, no, man, it's a serious question. I just want to know, we need Vikings win today or Cousins will be traded to the Jets. Yeah, the Jets are going to have to do something, spend a shitload of money, do something. It would be funny if they traded Dalvin Cook back to Minnesota. Oh, that would just be poetic justice. Hey, man, take him back. Give us a quarterback. All right, we need a quarterback. Stuart King says Dolphins have not yet been tested as well. Yeah. Michael says that even the Bills game is not really a test. I mean, here's one of the things I see when I look at this. When I see Tyreek Hill running absolutely wide open, when I see basically video game type stuff happening on the field, I'm like, hey man, these guys ain't got it. I mean, there's no way he should be wide open. I'm watching this offensive line absolutely dominate the defensive line of the Denver Broncos. So understand with Philadelphia Eagles coming up, with Jalen Carter and Fletcher Cox, and what's the other big guy's name? I mean, you ain't going to dominate that front line. I mean, it's just Jalen Carter's scary. Michael Parsons scary. There's some stuff happening. All right, so the second half is starting. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to put up the scoreboard. But yeah, that's the kind. I thank you guys for having a conversation about it and let me know what you think. Dolphins, Dallas, that will be a test. There's going to be some games coming up that are serious tests. Joe Boo says, we have not walked all over or not so good teams so far. So no, you can never count, even some of the worst teams. All right. So let's see if they can stop Denver here on this first drive of the second half. Here we go. It's back to pass. Inside move there. He's going to go for a first down. You get a couple of blocks. It's going to go for about 12 yards right off the bat. Again, no linebacker coverage whatsoever. And the guy, Trent Green, who is a former NFL quarterback, says, going to see a lot of that in the second half. Until these linebackers can show they can cover, you might see that quite a bit. You might see that quite a bit throughout the league. All right, so 1st and 10. He's got a back behind him. He's under center. Guy in motion. And he hands it off. And he's going to get good yardage, like 9 yards on that run. So this is what we've been seeing. If it weren't for the fact of their mistakes, their penalties, killing their own drives, this game would probably be a little bit closer than it is right now. 2nd and 2. Makes sense at this point. Take a shot. Nope, they're going to run it. They got a fullback in, so they're probably just going to go for the first down. And there it is. Moving outside. Nice play. Who was that? Again, that's Bethel. So the cornerbacks and defensive backs are playing. Might as well just take the linebackers off. Let's just put like seven cornerbacks and D-backs in there because the linebackers aren't doing dick. I mean, look at it. Jerome Baker just get owned. And then the cornerback had to come up and make the play. And so it's going to be 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4. Let's see what happens. 3rd and 4, they're calling it on TV. And Russell Wilson is in an empty set. He called it back behind him. And there's a handoff. And no, who is that? Now there's some linebacker play for you. Jerome Baker on a run blitz came through and stopped that. So at this point, Sean Payton, you got a run blitz. He came through, filled that hole nicely. I'm going to go for it. You're down by 22 points in an away game. I think you got to go for it. Nope, they're going to kick it. So you know what's going to happen. Miami's going to come down and score another another touchdown. You're not going to stop this offense. I don't see you stopping this offense. So you might as well had went for it. You got nothing to lose. You're on the 10-yard line. So what? Miami doesn't care about time. They don't care about field position. You're in trouble. That was a bad mistake. So what is happening to Channing Tindall? I guess that Fangio doesn't have any confidence in him. Thelma, absolutely. How you doing, Miss Hush? Oh, Miss Thelma? Yeah, Tua time coming up. I think that was a big mistake not going for it. Big mistake. You got nothing to lose. You're 0-2. You're down by 22 points that a team is scoring at will on you. I don't know if the Dolphins have punted. I don't think the Dolphins have punted today. And so other than the kneel down or the end of the first half, you haven't stopped this offense and you're down by 22 points on the road. Are you kidding me? You got to go for that. You got to go for that. Yeah, Pablo. Yeah, I mean, just that didn't make any sense. That's basically waving the white flag at that point. If you don't realize you have to score in that drive, because since you haven't been able to stop the Miami Dolphins, you're basically saying you're going to be at 42-13 in the next 3 or 4 minutes. That's what you're telling your team. I'd like to see a heavy dose of running as well. Work the clock, but I don't think so. I think at this point, Mike McDaniel's like, let's go for the throat. Let's take these guys down. Let's go up 42-13. Then I can take my foot off the gas. Then I can bring in Mike White. And then I can, let the other guys play and just pull Tua off the field. Don't even put him in a position. You don't need to even get him hurt. Get Teron Armstead off the field. He played well. Just do the things at this point just to maintain the lead and run out the clock. There's no reason. I mean, like Scott McCollum said and Tom said as well, Tua 16 for 16. After this drive, he could be 20 for 20. Hopefully goes 21 for 21 and breaks the record. So right here, Dimitri, that's what I'm saying. Right here, go for it. Put your foot on their neck. Put a tourniquet on them. Do whatever you need to do. Score. If you go up 42-13, at that point, get your guys off the field. You already got one of your wide receivers hurt. Pull Tyreek, pull Tua, and just coast. There's no way they're going to catch up. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, I am surprised too. Somebody else said it. How many empty seats there are? Miami people just don't show up. All right, 1st and 10. From the 10-yard line, Robbie Chosen makes an appearance for the first time. Here's a quick pitch out to the left, and that's Mostert. He's going to go for about 7 yards. Mostert definitely is on a mission. Pablo says that Mostert is on a mission. Yeah, he is. And you know who else is on a mission? That offensive line. That offensive line is grinding. All right, Robbie Chosen making his first appearance with Craycraft out of the game. 2nd and 4, Tua under center. Quick pitch backwards to Raheem. He gets stopped maybe for a yard, so it's going to be 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 here, inside the 15-yard line. So this is a big play for the Dolphins. You don't want to flip the field position and have to punt basically from your lower end. See come, it'll never happen. Tua is 17 for 17 right now. I'm seeing from everybody. 3rd and 3, Tua is in a shotgun. Tyreek's in motion. He's taking a deep drop that time. Tyreek's wide open, 1st down.
That's another Miami Dolphins.
That's what I'm saying. You can tell they can't. They're just showing the replay of that play. When you're seeing receivers absolutely wide open, I mean, there's no contending the pass. There was nobody around to it. It's not like a defensive back did so. It's literally pitch and catch at this point. 1st and 10 was easy. 17 for 17 for 216 and 2 TDs. There's a quick pitch. Nice block. Nice block. He goes for about 8 or 9 yards. Very nice block on the outside. He turned that guy in very well. I wish I could see whose number that was, but that was awesome. That was an awesome block. I couldn't see the number on it, but made it look easy. So now it's 2nd and 3. I'm not sure Tyreek had come out the game for a second. Most consecutive completions to start a game in Dolphins history is Ryan Tannehill, who went for 18 in a row in 2016, I believe that said. So let's see here. He's got Ingold behind him, splitting out Tyreek, play action. He's looking deep, and there ends the streak. That's it. And it's going to be 16 for 17. Nothing wrong with that, but the record is safe. Yes, Pablo, first incomplete pass. And Tom saw it early, said Tannehill's record is safe. If you notice that was one of the first times that Tyreek had some sort of contention on a pass play. So see the difference there. Most of the times he's wide open. That time the defensive back was right with him. 3rd and 3. I think it's going to be one of those pitch plays again. Let's see. Oh no, he's back to pass, and he's looking for somebody, and he's wide open. I mean, there was nobody near Braxton Berrios.
That's another Miami Dolphins.
Nobody near him. It literally is just pitch and catch. Just find the open guy. Wide open. Berrios with that catch. 1st and 10. Nobody there. Are you guys seeing this? I mean, literally, you and I could make these pitches with this type of passes with this type of running. It's crazy. All right, so it's 1st and 10. Where are they on the field? They're on the 49 inside. Oh, reverse. Mostert coming around with some sort of end around. Oh, no, is this A-Chain? Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. No, he... Oh, man, this is fun to watch. Yeah, it's a 1st down.
That's another Miami Dolphins.
A-Chain came around from the end, took that in motion. Oh, it was pretty. It was pretty. Just took off. Look at the blocking downfield. You guys looking at that blocking downfield? 68. Oh, is that Robert Hunt? Oh, my goodness. Just ate that guy for lunch. Wow. Braxton Berrios blocking. Everybody's man-on-man, head-on-helmet. Oh, just love that block by 68. So they're going to score here. And at that point, just go ahead and just call it. Go up 42-13 and then just, Then we got another spammer here. He's gone already. We got a hurt guy on the field right now from Denver. So they got a break and play. But that's just sick. A-Chain is money. Again, we're going to hear talk this week. I guarantee you we're going to hear talk that one of these running backs ain't going to be here. And it's not going to be A-Chain. A-Chain is definitely going to be here. So now I got to think that Jeff Wilson is going to be on the block. Definitely going to be on the block. Let me check if I got the other text in. Yep, got the text. Hey, Mike, got your text. All right, so that works so much better than having to go chase down emails. Perfect. Like I said, I'll have a graphic ready for you guys next week, actually for to a Tuesday, so that'd be fine. 2 running backs with 1,000 yards. I could see that. Joe Flynn says A-Train. Cameron, man, we're freaking loaded with weapons. Mr. C says we're freaking loaded with weapons. Yeah. And that's the one thing that I just don't know. I just don't know if this team is been tested. And it's only because I keep seeing these wide receivers. I don't know, maybe with my football background, I just can't understand. I cannot understand how these receivers are so wide open. That looks like college, looks like high school. I've never seen in the NFL where there's just no way to cover wide receivers. I understand Tyreek. I mean, he's got that 4.2 speed. He's very hard to keep up with. But even Berrios has been wide open. I mean, nobody at all around him. It's stunning. Wilson, which Wilson are you talking about? Jeff Wilson or Cedric? Cedric, he wasn't inactive, so he's there. Jeff Wilson comes off the inactive injured reserve in 2 weeks, so he won't be playing against the Bills, but he'll be available on the week thereafter. Let's see here. Michael says the scary team for him down the stretch is the Jets with their D. It's all about their D, but if they can't score, I don't know how much of a threat they can be. If there's so much pressure on the Jets defense because they're on the field the entire time. I don't know what you do if you're a Jets fan, because hey man, your offense can't stop give the defense a break. There's Tua. Ooh, that was an ugly pass. All right, that was probably the only bad throw that Tua has thrown today. And maybe it wasn't a bad throw. Maybe he saw the guy covered, who was Hill, and he just threw it out of bounds. Maybe that was the play that we've been talking about for months, just throw it away. That might have been, let's just throw it away. That guy was covered. That was the first time I've seen one of his receivers, other than the one with Tyreek. So that's the second time I've seen a receiver actually covered. All right, 2nd and goal. And we've got an inside handoff to A-Chain down to about the, I'd say the 2 or 3. I'll tell you one of the things with A-Chain that's really impressed me, especially with a guy that size, especially with a guy that size, is he runs inside as well. He runs inside as well as outside. All right, here we go. Jets blow. So now it's, let's see here, 3rd and goal from the 2 or 3 yard line in the empty backfield. Gonna see that shovel pass again? Nope. He's throwing a fade to Tyreek. Incomplete. Again, notice that. Notice that play. When you notice that play, that's what I've been saying all day. He was contended on that play. I mean, when he ran that, that's the play that they scored against San Diego, and it didn't make it. It looks like Mike McDaniel is going for it. The plays where he's wide open, of course, no brainer. That was a contended pass. He says, not that we need him, but Jess Wilson injured, just a healthy scratch. No, he's on the injured reserve as of right now. 4th and goal from the 2, empty backfield. There's a handoff. Ooh, that was Mostert just getting nasty. Just running over people. That's Mike McDaniel saying, you didn't get on 4th and 1, but you're gonna get me this one. You're gonna get me this touchdown. I don't care what you guys do. Bust through there, and they did. I'm an offensive line guy, and I'm looking down here, and I'm just seeing bodies. I'm seeing 73 push his guy. Oh, I love that. Absolutely love that. Yeah. 29-point lead. I think at this point, hey, Tua, put on the baseball hat, grab the clipboard. You're done, bud. You're done. You are absolutely done, Tua. Mostert, you're done. A-Chain, I don't know who else is on the active roster, but there's no reason to put these guys in any position at this point to get an injury. Don't do it. I didn't see with how do you say ass whooping in Samoan? That's exactly what's going on right now. Oh yeah. Oh, as a former offensive lineman, I'm sitting here watching this and going, "Ooh, yeah, that's the fun part of football." When where's Jimbo? Jimbo, where's your word here? Jimbo likes to call it putting it in your watch pocket. Right now, offensive line is just like we're just gonna bury you, man. We're just gonna bury you. Oh no, Scott McCollum, that's all you. You could have Tommy Reese and Tyler Buckner. We'll go ahead and just let you have that. No, thank you. No, thank you. Let's see what here. There he goes. There's Jimbo. Put it in their watch pocket. That's exactly what they're doing at this point. Absolutely. Mostert and Tua Gold. Another spammer. They don't realize I got this down now. They keep testing me. But boom, they're gone just like that. I got it down now. Okay, D. Letty says, Sasi Asini is ass whipping in Samoan. Oh my God, I got to write that down. That's a T-shirt. That Sasa. Okay, Sasa Asini. Thank you for that. That's it. I can see the shirt right now. So I'm going to make some T-shirts up, but they're not going to be these tacky T-shirts you see all over YouTube and stuff. I'm going to get a nice art designer to design some really, really neat stuff. Obviously, you can't use the Dolphins logo, but you can make something look really good and make a nice shirt, not some cheap shirt. Love it, Sasa. Absolutely. We're going to score 50 today. I don't know. I don't know if they'll let them keep going. Let's see. Jim DeGreat, what's going on? Finns have been winning close games since Flores. They now know how to win. Yep, I see that. Mike McDaniel definitely has these guys winning. George Williams says, woosah. John, you know what's bothering me? It is a great home opener. But I can't believe that there's so many empty seats. I mean, the seats are sold out. They're paid for. People just don't go. I'm looking around. They're showing a stadium right now. And you can see just so many. And I'm talking some of the nice seats, the ones that are under the awning, so it's not really hot. But I can tell you where some of those people are because those are some of the suite seats, SUITE. They go inside and watch it. I mean, when I go, I never go out into. I go into like that deck and we hang out, or we stay in the suite and we drink some drinks and hang out. You don't even go out into the sun. They never go out there. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of empty seats. Yep, I'm seeing that. A lot of empty seats, and they're so expensive too. They're showing the Dolphins' 5 fastest plays this year, and A-Chain has one at 21 miles an hour on his rush today. 21.5 miles per hour on a rush. That's nice. That's very nice. Changing my ears as they end up dying. Russell Wilson looking for a pass. It's complete. Robert says, finally, my blood pressure isn't getting elevated. Awesome job, Fins. 42-13. Yeah, I believe it. You're talking about Chris Brooks? I don't know if Chris Brooks is, well, he wasn't inactive, but I'm not sure if he's on the practice squad or not. Maybe he's up because Salvon Ahmed's hurt. So Russell Wilson back to pass, find somebody underneath, and the guy couldn't hold on to it. Brandon Perna is going to have a few more gray hairs after this one. That's the YouTuber who's a Denver fan. Wilson's still good. We shouldn't write him off. Well, I mean, if you can get something valuable for him, would you not want to get something for him? Would you not want to get a good linebacker? I would. I'd want to see if we couldn't get a linebacker. It's 2nd and 10. Referees are still doing referee stuff. Not sure what they're doing. All right, 2nd and 10. Russell Wilson is in the shotgun. This team's about to be an 0-3 team. And here's the snap. Inside handoff run. You're down. Wait a minute. Sean Payton, can I have a word with you? You're down by 29 points almost at the end of the third quarter. 29-point deficit, and you're running inside handoffs. Okay. You're signaling right now to Mike McDaniel, no mas, we can't take it. I mean, that was stupid. Now it's 3rd and 6. You don't have enough time to score 30 points and catch up and keep the Dolphins at bay at the same time. Can't do it. It ain't gonna happen. Here's a snap, and he's getting pressure, and he throws it underneath for about a 10 or 12. It's gonna be a first down, but at this point, Dolphins just gonna sit back. You can have that the rest of the game. I don't care. I don't care if you throw those 5 or 6 yard passes. Yeah, I got to believe this too, Mike. I think you're hitting it. Denver is eating clock now to save face. Yeah, so they don't get 50 or 60 hung on them. Absolutely. What does Peyton think about Tua right now? You're absolutely right. 1st and 10 at about the 48-yard line. Play action. Why you play action? He's going deep. He's looking way deep. Rainbow into double coverage, and that's going to be no good. You both got Kader Kohu, and number 21, I believe, is Elliott, both back there. So you had this guy double covered. No way. Peyton is from the Parcells tree. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I believe that. Tua is now, I believe, is this Tua's, Chris, is that Tua's latest stats? 18 for 21. All right, so 2nd and 10, Wilkins did put that big body on him, didn't he? Here's 2nd and 10. And another inside hand. You may be right. He may be at this point just saying, let's just run the clock out and get out of Miami. Let's get on a plane, get home, get some food. We're getting our ass kicked. I'm done. You guys ain't got it this year. You're going to be 0-3. You're not making the playoffs. Ain't going to happen. Yeah, Wilkins, they need to go ahead and pay that man. Pay that man. Have you noticed we haven't had to play, or I haven't had to play the Don't Beat Yourself theme song or music because they haven't had many penalties? Wide open there. Guy's running. And he's still running. He's down to about the... Oh, wait a minute. Now he fumbled. Oh, gosh. Denver is just a nightmare at this point. And who is that? Is that Javon Holland again? Javon Holland is a hawk. He just sees you carrying that ball, and he's coming with that club hand. I mean, he's got a great punch. He punched it out, and that ball came right out. And wide receiver should have went out of bounds and called it a day. Yeah, big fumble. Big fumble there. Yeah, Jimbo, he's got a great punch. I mean, that's the second one today. He's got a great punch. He's practiced that, obviously. If this is Miami, then it's a wrap. Yeah, I would already pull Tua. I know a bunch of you guys have said, no, keep it in, run it up. Who's mic'd up today? I'm not really sure. I bet you it's Javon Holland. The way he's playing, I bet you it's Javon Holland. Yeah, Tom, that was bad defense, bad coverage, but Javon obviously made up for it. So, I don't know. We'll see if he puts Tua back out there, but why? Why would you put Tua back out on the field at this point? You're up by 30 points, basically. You're at the end of the third coming up. You can just have Mike White go out there and hand the ball off a few times. You want to go? See, you guys are thinking from a fan's perspective. Let's just score 60. Let's do whatever we can. You want to go Cobra Kai on them, show them no mercy. But I don't know if you want to do that, man. Why risk it? Remember, what's this say here? Remember Shai Coltrane's song "Thunder and Lightning." Oh, what a whooping I got! No, come on, man. Denver is a clown show, says Nancy. At 0-3, and from what we've seen today, this team just ain't got it. I bet you Russell Wilson's not there next year. Nope, no, don't think so. Oh yeah, they've already called the pilot, told him just gas it up. Let's get ready to go. We're not even gonna hang out and eat. We'll eat on a plane. We eat airplane food. Let's get home. 100-13 looks great. You would really want to see that, wouldn't you? You'd really want to see them go and score 100 points. That's too funny. Way too funny. I bet you Javon Holland is the one who's mic'd up, because I'm looking at them right now, and they're showing him on the highline, on the sidelines. Okay, let me see if there's another. We got another spammer. I got to get rid of him. All right, so it's 1st and 10 from about the 25, actually 23, I'm going to call it. Inside handoff to it is still playing A-Chain. Is it A-Chain or Mostert? That was A-Chain for another 6 or 7 yards. They're making it look easy at this point. I mean, seriously, making it look easy. Yep, this is the same Sean Payton who dismissed Tua and said he wasn't interested if he was going to get the Miami job, he wasn't going to keep Tua. But I don't know why. We'll put it this way: Tua's not been touched, so I guess he feels it's no big deal, and he trusts Tua. Throw it away if these guys get in. But if you're just going to hand it off, there's a quick pass. He's looking. Okay, boom, wide open to A-Chain. Makes the first guy miss. Makes the second guy miss. He's running an open field. This kid's got it. This kid is amazing.
That's another Miami Dolphins.
I mean, I'll be the first person to raise my hand. When I heard his name called on draft day, I was like, who? Who? Why are you bringing him? He's outstanding. He is a player. Is a player for sure. Raheem Mostert on the sideline, and you got A-Chain standing next to Tua. Ooh, bad snap again. Bad snap, but A-Chain gets out to the outside. Connor Williams still got this snap problem. It ain't going away. They just said something on the television that wasn't Connor Williams. That was Connor Williams is out with a groin injury. We got Eichenberg playing center right now, so that was his fault on that high snap. Yeah, Mike. It's the same thing. That's all I knew about. What's his name? A-Chain was his speed as well. Didn't know he was that kind of runner. Denver at this point, yeah, Tom, they just mentioned that Eichenberg is now playing center. This is going to be interesting. All right, this is one of those games. We're up by 30 points. Let's see how he does. Let's see if he does any better than Connor Williams. Nice snap to Tua. A-Chain again. Oh, he's just eating him up. At this point, the offensive line is just beating these guys up. A-Chain's coming through. His legs look completely fresh, like he hasn't played yet. But we got a flag. And Dolphins are walking back. So it looks like it's going to be on the Dolphins. Let's see what it is here. Tua Tagovailoa. We got a... Mike, you can tell by Mike McDaniel, his face, that big penalty was on Eichenberg at center. So the Dolphins just have problems with centers, man. I mean, Eichenberg comes in and is gonna go ahead and take Connor Williams' place because he's hurt. And what's he do? He comes in, does a couple high snaps, and just gets called for a penalty. And the penalty, as Christopher says here, was for an illegal peel back block. Man, A-Chain going for 200 total, passing and catching. Yeah, absolutely. So it's 1st and 22. Dolphins don't look worried. Broncos haven't been able to stop anything. Tua's back to pass. Plenty of time. Guy wide open. That guy is, of course, Tyreek Hill. And it's going to go for about 10 yards. I'm ready. Tom, I am ready to go ahead and do it. It can't be that tough with this offense. Like I said, you only have to hold your block for a couple seconds. So this they got to be able to find something. That's why I'm saying, watch for Jeff Wilson to be put on a trading block. Find some center that you want to bring in there. Dolphins have run 51 plays, only 23 minutes of possession, 2:57 left. Another high snap. Tua pulls it down. He's looking deeper, and is that Tyreek again? Tyreek for another 15 yards.
That's another Miami Dolphins.
They can't cover him. They just cannot cover Tyreek Hill. And Tua is just getting away the ball so fast. We got another flag. Not sure what this is. Defensive holding. So they're going to decline that, absolutely. Yeah, he didn't just hold him. He mugged him. And even with all that, Tua put the ball on the money. I would already have them sit. I would already have Tua and Tyreek on the bench. They wouldn't be seeing anything near the field right now. You don't need it. Tua's even still in the game. Handoff to, who was that, Mostert? And that went nowhere. 200, and Tom Stockwell says at this point, here we are, same as last week, 208 yards rushing, 7.2 yards per carry. I assume that's combined with A-Chain and Mostert both. Wow. Is there a mercy rule in the NFL? No, but I know he wants to push this touchdown in and go to 49. But I don't know why Tua is in the game. He would go nuts if for some reason on a high snap like there just was again, if for some reason Tua got hurt. Imagine if that snap went over Tua's head. Imagine like in the preseason, that snap just there, if that snap goes over Tua's head, Tua runs back to try and fall on it, and some guy hits him. And you're up by 29 points. And by the way, yeah, that was another high snap, and he had to leave his feet to grab it. That was a bad snap, and I'm not really sure why he still has Tua on here. Tua's in the shotgun again. Guy in motion. A good snap that time. Throws it out to Raheem Mostert on the side. Raheem Mostert gets a first down, doesn't go out of bounds, then he's in for a touchdown. Oh, man. They're making it look easy. They're making it look really, really easy.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins.
49-13. If I see Tua on the field in the fourth quarter, I may stop this stream, drive down to the Hard Rock, bust in, do something, and tackle Mike McDaniel. Don't play him anymore. Get these guys off the field. It's over. You stomped the yard with Denver. Denver is done. They're kaputsko. There's nothing left. 49-13. Oh man, this is so ugly. And they're showing the Dolphin mascot doing push-ups. Good luck, boy. That's a lot of damn push-ups. Absolutely, Mike. Tua, take a seat. Put the baseball hat on. Somebody steal his helmet. Don't let him near the field at this point. I was like, okay, I think they're taking him out now. 49 points in 3 quarters. Yeah, that's pretty much all you need. Keeps playing the way he's playing. Long season. But you definitely got to sit him right now. Daniel says, run it up, no mercy. Yeah, it's Madden numbers at this point. Yeah. But see, the same token, I'd like to see Mike White get out there and get some reps. Maybe don't want Tyreek out there, but let's see what he could do with the other guys on the team. You got to know. All right, so they're running it out of the end zone for some reason, and he's going to get back to about the 18 or 19-yard line. That was stupid. They can't keep playing him. The most points is 70. Nancy says, I used to respect Peyton's opinion. He's been so wrong about Tua. Now I question his judgment. You mean like running the ball on 2nd and 6 and you're down by 30 points? Now you're nearly down by 40 points? This is... Oh, no. Okay, 1st and 10. This team is really bad. And here's a snap. Russell Wilson back to pass, getting some pressure. And it's an interception. And it's Agba. Oh, man. This team is awful. Absolutely awful. Awful. They would have to drag Tyreek off the field. Somebody said I got to start driving. Sergio says I need to start driving it over there right now. Are you telling me you think they're going to put Tua back in? Please don't tell me. If they put Tua back in, then Mike McDaniel has said they want to spank Sean Payton at this point. They want to embarrass him. They want to do an Tua's in. They want to do an Oregon versus Dion at this point. Why you would have this kid in there up by 36 points is only to embarrass okay, so now did you see that play? That play is what I'm worried about. You got a linebacker that came in who almost hit Tua, but he had to go for A-chain. I don't want to see that, man. I don't want to see, as much as I want him to rub it in, take Tua off the damn field. That was almost like a godsend message. Hey, listen, I'm gonna give you a little hint here, and I'm gonna let this linebacker come in, and Tua got rid of the ball. He handed it off to A-chain, but this is what could have happened. Derek Carr already went down today. You don't want Tua going down on some freak injury when you're up by almost 40 points. It just doesn't make any sense. Stephen Ross would maybe fire him on the spot. Take him out. Stop. This is crazy. Let me get rid of a spammer here. Another one. I mean, I just wouldn't. He means too much to the team. He means so much more to the team. Why would you do that? Why would you keep him in? But, it's end of the third, so now we're into the fourth quarter. So we're into the fourth quarter. You're up nearly 40 points. Let me see what else is going on here. Oh, the spammers are basically being vaporized as I speak, so that's cool. You're spot on, Barry. Pablo said. It doesn't make any sense. You rubbed their face in it already. Everybody watching this game, every sportscaster is going to look at this and go, yeah, you just wiped the floor with the Denver Broncos. What are you trying to prove at this point by keeping Tua and or Tyreek in this game? Yeah, maybe, you know what? Think about it, Malcolm. As Malcolm says, no need to run it up. Does McDaniel have something personal against Denver? Maybe Fangio does. I don't know. But if you're going to let personal grievances at this point put you in a position where you could possibly lose somebody in a nothing game, remember, I'm going to take you back a few years, like 4 or 5 years ago, when Nick Saban let Tua stay in a game against Mississippi State, and they were up by like 30 points. There was no way Mississippi State was going to come back. And Tua ended up dislocating his hip. There was no reason for him to even be in the game. You'd think Mike McDaniel would know that at this point. I know people say, hey, listen, let's just try to run it. That sounds good from a fan's perspective, but you're looking at a potential Super Bowl season, and I just wouldn't want to risk it. I just wouldn't want to risk it. Yeah, guys are all hooping it up on the sideline. Yeah, Mike, you're absolutely right. We're past personal grievances 10 points ago. And he still has Tua in there, 2nd and goal. Inside, an inside shovel pass once again. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
So you're not going to see it on ESPN. You're not going to see it, anybody talking about it. But at this point, I think we all have to believe there's something personal. Like Deion said about Colorado, when he's Colorado again, there's something personal against Denver. There's no reason you would even think about doing this if it wasn't personal. Fangio, Butch Barry, remember, he was one of the guys that the guys from Denver were all talking crap about. He's the offensive line coach for the Miami Dolphins. Somebody somewhere has pissed off this Dolphins organization in Denver. Maybe it was the whole thing with Sean Payton and Tom. I don't know, but you're not going to hear about it. No one's going to talk about it, but obviously somebody got pissed off. I'm starting to feel sorry for Denver. Yeah, maybe Sean Payton shouldn't have opened his mouth. It's all business. It's all business. It's not personal. It's just business. Well, where's this? White's warming up. Finally, he's taking him out. That was it. That's going to be it. The Broncos stink. This is like Ali versus Patterson fight. So then what you're saying, understand what you're saying. It's what we talked about earlier and what I talked about last week. They haven't played anybody yet. This team is dog poop. They're about to be 0-3. They're done. They're done for the season. No team has ever come back from 0-3. Nobody, not a single team. They're done. They're playing for Caleb Williams. It's over. It's over. I don't know where the score is today with the Patriots game, and we'll see about Los Angeles Chargers, but at this point, the Dolphins have played a collective 0-7, and who knows who knows how good this team is. Let's say this, they look good as shit. And he's running it. So remember, let's see here. Denver jumped us for Williams. Yeah. Nothing left to do but smile, smile, smile. It's funny doing a recap video on this. Wait a second here. Looking at the Jets game, and it's 13-3 in the fourth. And it looks like the Jets just got the ball. Hey Jimbo, tell your daughter I said hello. How are you? How you doing? Oh, you know what? With all of this scoring and everything going on, I missed the end of the third quarter. So while they've got an injury on the field to Mike McGlinchey, I don't know what happened to him, the big guy from Notre Dame. We need to go to the next giveaway. Remember, to claim your prize, you have to text me at 954-804-9630. All right, so here's what we're going to say. Now this is gonna be a hard one. Well, wait till the next play is over. Russell Wilson's back to throw, and it's incomplete. So as we've been talking about the 1983 quarterbacks, and we talked about the 3 quarterbacks that were in the Hall of Fame, and 6 quarterbacks were actually drafted. Playing the Denver Broncos, and one of their most elite players was John Elway. What team drafted John Elway? What team actually drafted John Elway? And I'm waiting. No, not the Lions. Not the Lions. This is a tough one. You have to go back. Most people don't know this one. Nope, not the Chargers. Colts. Mike Jeff. Oh, wait a minute. No. Rob, I almost missed you. Well, you can't. Rob said it, but he said the wrong city. Should we count that? He said Indy. He's probably too young. Should we count that, or should we? He obviously knew it was the Colts, but he didn't say. He didn't say who it was. I'll give it to you. Yeah, it was the Baltimore Colts back then, and they sucked so bad. John Elway said, "Nah, I'm not gonna play for you. Not gonna do it. Not gonna play for you. So do something. Trade me. Trade the pick. Do whatever you need to do. I am not going to Baltimore." And so out of Stanford, John Elway said, "I'll go ahead and play baseball, but I am not going to go to the Baltimore Colts." And so at that point, the Baltimore Colts had to trade the rights to John Elway to the Denver Broncos. That's how he got to Denver. A lot of you guys may not know that he was not Denver's quarterback. They had to trade him. So, Rob L., go ahead and text me at 954-804-9630. I'm looking at Braxton Berrios running this kickoff back to the 50. That would have been like the cherry on top if he would run back the kickoff. All right, 954-804-9630. Question here. You asked me, Pablo, why are they punting? That's as much of a white flag raise as you'll ever see. Hey man, we're done. We're just gonna punt. It's 4th and 12. We're not even gonna try and score. Can we just get out of here? It's hot. We're getting our ass kicked. We're tired. We got a long flight to get home. Can we just stop this? Can you get Tua and Tyreek off the field? I promise not to try and score. We're gonna punt. He basically waved a white flag. It's over. It's been over, but now it's really over. The Yankees, was he going to pitch for the Yankees? Yeah, he was. I'm not sure. I think he was an outfielder and a pitcher. And but yeah, he said he wasn't going to play. Does Chris Berman come to primetime anymore? Can't wait to hear the narrative on this game. No, he does a special segment for about, I think, the top minute or something. He's basically retired. He's done. He did his thing. After this game, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym is about to see a 400% increase in members. Now, I'll tell you what we'll see a 400%, I don't believe that. What I think we'll see a 400% increase in members are people going to the Mike McDaniel quarterback school and the Mike McDaniel offensive school. Whatever offense he has designed, I am sure there are high school teams across the country right now who are downloading videos and going, "Oh man, what was that?" An inside no-look shovel pass. Whoo, whoo, as Emmanuel Acho would say, whoo, an inside no-look shovel pass. That's That's just otherworldly at this point. I've never seen nothing like that. Never seen it. Let me get rid of that spammer. He's gone. That just made me sit back and go, wow, that's something in. What are Tua's final stats for this game? We're going to have to ask Tom Stockel or somebody to pull that up. Will, I got the spammers. I've been nuking them as they come in, and then they end up just dying. They get vaporized as we're. If you watch, it's funny because they just get boom. They just go poof and go away. So they're gone. They're gone. A-Chain has 128 yards. Mostert 82. Is that the ground or is that total yardage, Tom? Tom says that. Let's see. Tua's numbers are 23 of 26, 309, and 4 TDs. Okay, Rob, I'll look for your text here in 1 second. So, yeah, Mike White is in. It looks like there's a wholesale change here. Hopefully they got Teron Armstead out. Yeah, Sergio said I was going to say Chargers, but that was Eli Manning. Mike White is in. I'm trying to see all the guys they've pulled out. I don't think Tyreek is in anymore. And I think we're going to see a strong dosage of running at this point. And I'm sure they're probably going to rest Teron Armstead. I'm looking around for that. Got another injury. Zippy says, I think it's hilarious that we're playing the Bills at home next week because they get cried about the heat. Meanwhile, McDaniels was wearing a shirt, is that the one where he goes, make it hotter? Yeah. Not being cold enough at the Buffalo's game. And they got lucky. I mean, they pushed it all the way back to October as well. But I thought the game was on the road next week. I don't think is the Dolphins game at home or is on the road next week? That's a completion. Can't wait for Acho and Troy Taylor to go off about this. They're both Tua fans. Yeah. You know, a lot of people don't want to say it, but you gotta go ahead and give a tip of the hat to Mike McDaniel for designing this offense. And who's got the ball? Is that Chris Brooks? That's Chris Brooks just coming back in and knocking people's you-know-what in their watch pocket. Damn. No mercy. Yeah, Teron Armstead is not on the field, which is fine by me. I mean, you got a bruiser like Chris Brooks in there. So now, understand, like we've been saying, Raheem Mostert, Devon A-Chain, Salvin Ahmed, Jeff Wilson, Chris Brooks. That's 5. That's some definite trade bait there if you want to get some linebackers or something. Yeah, Chris, that's what I thought. I thought next week the Buffalo game was on the road because they flip-flopped it so they wouldn't have to feel the heat of Miami. There's a quick pitch out to A-Chain. He falls down. Jimbo says no teams playing like us this week. Nope. And it's funny if you notice what happened here. Mike White couldn't move the offense. They got a punt, first punt. Very interesting. What does that mean? Fa-sau-fu-up. Let me know what that means before you leave. Let's see here. Where are we at with the Bills? Yeah, it's up in Buffalo next week, which shouldn't be too bad in October. That shouldn't be too cold. And so they've got the ball. I bet you they're just going to run. Hey, George, congratulations to all Fins fans. Let me see if I got that last text come in and make sure we got everybody's information. Last text. Yep, got them. All three of you guys got them sitting here. Thank you very much. This makes it so much easier. And I do have a graphic, but it's from an old number. Let's see. Where is my old graphic? I thought I had a graphic here, but I'll have to get one fixed. I thought I had a text graphic. I don't have one on here. I'm pretty sure I thought I had one. But in any event, I'll get one made. We'll be all set, and we'll have the text graphic. Why did I think that I had a text me graphic? What's this one? Oh, that's the live button. Yeah, that's my live button. All right, so we got 12 minutes to kill here as they basically do nothing. So we'll take some comments. Look at 49ers. They've been having convincing wins. Yeah, absolutely. They've been winning well. Flores D is 0-4. Tom Stockel says, now we have to wait and see the coach's handshake. I don't think Mike McDaniel is the one that has a problem. I think Butch Barry, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Butch Barry. Butch Barry is the offensive line coach. He took all kinds of flack from the Broncos players when they wanted him out of Denver, and he's been coaching this offensive line, doing an obviously fantastic job. You got to give him credit. Nobody talks about him too much. Butch Barry should be on a pedestal at this point for what he's done with this offensive line. People talk about Chris Greer, talk about Mike McDaniel, they talk about Vic Fangio. I don't see people talking about Butch Barry, who came from Denver, who was called all kinds of bad things, and he and Vic Fangio came over from Denver together. So I don't know if it's so much Mike McDaniel has the bad blood as it came from Denver. A lot of blank talking going on in the family right now, for sure, absolutely. What's funny is, let me see if I can read it. What's funny is my oldest brother's a diehard Cowboys fan, and my older brother's a diehard 49ers fan. We're all solid teams, and there's a good chance 2 of 3 of us could end up fighting for the chip. Yep. Have a good bedtime is calling, 3 a.m. Thank you and good night. Thank you for showing up, Kaka. Very much, thank you. All right, so yeah, he's just handing the ball off. So obviously, it's over. I mean, it's been over. But he just wants to get out of here, too. It's head to the airport. My daughter says the Fins fan's trying to turn to the wave, but no one knows how to do it. It's Miami. What do you expect? They don't know how to do the wave. At this point, with this game the way it is, first of all, I'm glad we don't see any fighting here in the stands. And these people are in the sun. They've been drinking. Like, wave? What's wave? Wave. Hey, we're just going to here have fun. Have fun. He's back to pass. I'm going to just dump it over the middle. Doesn't really matter. He's not going to get out of bounds. Run the clock. We don't care. All right, Jimbo says, can we now talk about food? I'm having the exact same dinner. Not the rice and frioles, but the wife cooked it. You don't know what it's like to do these shows, and she does it on purpose. She'll make something so that it wafts through the AC and through the vents, and I have to basically guess what she's cooking. But this morning I don't have to guess because I watched her put it in the oven, and she's made an amazing pork butt, and she's taken the time to. She does something where Russell Wilson's getting chased out of the pocket. He's throwing it to nobody. Where she does something where she does to the top of it. She puts a rub on it, and then she broils it and basically scars or singes the top where it's got this like crusty, they call it the bark. I never knew what she meant by that, but it's like a bark, and it's just amazing. Let's see what else we got. So yeah, she's got a pork butt going too, but no rice and frioles. Pablo, what are you having, Pablo? Pablo says he's done with a monster bowl of lobster bisque. Did you make it? Did you or your wife make it? My wife she loves lobster bisque. Chicharrones. Wife loves that too. You guys, pork crackling. You guys all eat the same stuff she eats. And it's funny because she's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman, and she loves all that Cuban food and everything. Seacom, yeah, you're right. At this point, yeah, this is pretty good. Chris Wheeler says, I'm getting on a plane, be there in a few hours. Well, she cooks like she's cooking for an army. That's for sure. Mike White, handoff to Chris Brooks. Yeah. Nice 3 yards. Yeah, I understood what you're saying, Jim Bay. Wait a minute, let me go back here. The Bills are winning 37-3. We definitely got to suit up next week and play lights out football. It will be the toughest challenge yet, but I think we can take them. The defense needs to step up next week. Yep, that is going to be the test for me. These three teams they've played so far, Broncos are horrible. I mean, just absolutely horrible. And so it's going to be a strong test next week. And if they do to another high snap by Eichenberg, if they do to the Bills what they've been doing to these other teams, at that point you just have to believe that this team is ready to go deep into the playoffs. Christopher says, Barry, thanks for the commentary. I'm not able to stream the game. You have made this exciting. Thank you very much. I try to make it as engaging and fun as possible. I'd like to go ahead and give out those prizes and stuff. And it's fun. And thanks to Buffalo Wild. Oh, Mike White throwing deep. Oh, shoot. Robbie Chosen going in the end zone on like a 60-yard bomb. Oh my goodness. You guys see that? Oh my God. I had put the song away because I didn't think we were going to need it anymore, but yeah, here we go.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
I don't know if you guys saw that route. There was nobody around him. When I first looked up, I thought it was a punt. I didn't realize that Mike White had thrown that ball that way and that there was nobody around him. I don't even know how he got that wide open. There's some decisions that Mike McDaniel has to make. And they're good decisions. Hey, what do we do with Cedric Wilson? We got this guy Robbie Chosen here. Man. Sean Payton, you just got you got one of the worst NFL beatdowns in a long time. The Dolphins hung 60 on you. 60. 63. Oh, good Lord. And there's still 9 minutes left. And John Gain, yeah, you're absolutely right. The bark seals in the juices for the rest of the meat is so juicy. It's amazing. She's a great cook. Now we got this guy from Denver. Looks like he's going to run back the kickoff. Yeah, he's going to take it. He's going to take it all the way. Okay. All right, so at this point, Mike McDaniel's going to have to put his foot up somebody's rump on that. You let somebody run back a kick on you. Ugh. Unreal. What a run back. Guy's got some wheels. All right, so let's see what happens with 70 points, putting Mike White in the offense back on the field. No, Will, you got the score wrong, buddy. It is now 63-20. That was just I was sitting here talking about Robbie Chosen and food, and I look up and this guy's still running around. And Jimbo, you're absolutely right. There's still 8 minutes left. I bet you Sean Payton's feeling like shit right now for running and punting and not giving his team a chance to win. And it doesn't really matter. Buffalo, you are in Barry's rocking a Movada. How did you? Wow. You talk about, where is it? The Barry is rocking. Ricky said this. Where is it? How did you spot that? I put my hand up once in a while. She caught it. Yeah, I wear Movado. They're one of our sponsors as well. But I had this. Well, the wife gave it to me. But yeah, I'm wearing a Movado. She caught that. Good eye. Good eye there. Very good eye. Somebody said, I hope everyone picked the over. 83 points. Hey, Barry, I called it at halftime. 60 plus. Do I get a gift card? Sean Payton can't do anything but stand there and bake in the sun. It's a very nice watch. I don't mean that not being cocky about it, but never had any problem with it. Just feels good on my hand, on my arm, or wrist rather. Yeah, a 60 burger. Absolutely, let's go. When was it? You know what's funny? I should say use that for. They're saying it right now. I remember a big game back in the day, but they're showing a game. Washington beat the Giants 72-41 back in whenever, long time ago. At this point, every Fins fan should get a gift. Oh God, I don't even know what the over/under. Here's a little handoff to A-Chain. And you know what's funny? Watching A-Chain run, on any given play, this kid could take off. He only needs this much room, and he could just literally take off. And let's get 70 just for disrespecting Tua. Oh man, unbelievable. Well, he did take his foot off the neck. He's got his second team. Whenever I say take your foot off, as I mentioned in the Colorado game yesterday, take your foot off means take your starters out, but you're still going to run your offense. So him hitting that big pass to what's his name? Oh, here he goes. He's gone. 70. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me rewind the song again. I thought I was done playing it. I've never had to play it this much. Good Lord.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
All right, I had just said it. I said even handing the ball off, all A-Chain needs is a little bit of space, and he's gone. And you saw it. He just took off. Look at the Dolphin mascot. He's like, I can't do any more push-ups, man. I can't do it. I'll do some sit-ups at this point. Can't do any more push-ups. So now look at where they are now. 8 minutes left. The NFL record is 72 points or 73. At this point, you got to go for it. You got to go for the NFL record. Sorry, Sean Payton. They've already rubbed your face in it at this point. Doesn't really matter. Now you got to go for the NFL record. You're not going to put Tua back in, but you definitely got to go for the NFL record. 70 points. I haven't seen anything like this in a long time. Actually, not at all, because the only other time I wasn't born yet. So you haven't seen anything like this before either. In our living history, we have never seen a game like this. Never seen it. There's nobody you know right now, well, maybe your grandmother or somebody, your grandfather, but nobody we're talking to has seen a game like this. Yeah, at this point, go for the record. When you got a shot for the record, you got to take it. You got to take it at this point. I'm sorry, Sean. the hell with your sportsman-like shit. I got to score the points. I got to get the NFL record. Mike's over there talking on the sideline with with one of his other coaches, and he's probably saying, "Shit, are we going for this? Oh, fuck yeah, we're going for this." It would be awesome if they got it like on an interception return or something, or a fumble return. Oh man. I don't know if we're talking Super Bowl, but damn, as Will Smith said. Yeah, Frederick, it's been amazingly fun. And it's funny, what's really funny is I ain't doing no recap on this. Don't need to. They destroyed this team. Dalvin Cook, who? Oh, if I would walk into Chris Greer's office and say, don't answer any more phones about running backs. Don't. We don't want to even hear it. He's throwing it. Oh, he almost jumped the route. But that would have been nice to see him jump the route and take that. A-Train, this was his coming out party. This was his debut. He did it. Captain Big says to use Tua so he has the bragging rights of hitting 72, 73 points. This is turning into a cricket match score. This is 3rd and 2. If they don't get this 4th down, you want to see it. You want to see it right up. Wow. Fans loving this. All right, here's a pass. He's looking for it. He's getting chased out of the pocket. He's going to get sacked. Oh, he's down. So the Dolphins were going to get the ball back with 7:24 left. Oh, wait a minute. They're going to call a personal foul on that sack? Come on. Come on. Come on, just to pick up the flag. You're up by 50 points. Stop with this. Let them punt and go home. They don't want to run a punt. Is this the most fun I've ever had watching a football game? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They're going to call a penalty on defense to give them a 1st down. That's just hogwash. Come on, man. Now you just get extended. Now we just want to go ahead and score it. Where's the illegal hands to the face? I don't see no illegal hands to the face. Man, you got to go for the record. If you get a chance here, I don't see how you not go for the record. I mean, a record, that's called NFL history. That's something that they'll tell their kids. We scored the most points in history. Russell Wilson's trying to throw it deep. He's got a man, and he's down to about the 15-yard line. So, we don't care. At this point, let them score. Don't even play defense. Let the offense get back on the field. So, you got a long touchdown pass or long through. John Ginn, you said the NFL is on notice. Absolutely. Absolutely. Refs in the bag against the new record. That was just so stupid for them to call. So stupid. Barry, thank you for your channel and commentating. It's a pleasant addition to my day. I'm so happy you're here, Will. It's fun. I don't think any of us, well, there's no way. Don't let anybody bullshit you. Nobody thought this was going to happen. Nobody. 70 points? Nah, nobody thought this was going to happen. This is simply amazing. Yes, the David Storm need a field goal. Little Jimbo's watching now, and my daughter breaking records, brother. Oh yeah, absolutely. Who's still playing starters? Oh, Denver's still playing starters. Yeah, that's how bad they are. Every time you think these spammers would realize they're gonna get nuked every time they come in here. So boom, they got nuked again. Just spam a killer. Yes, Pablo, that's what the discussion has been about today. Peyton was an analyst. He went on, I think, Colin Cowherd's show and said Tua sucked and he wouldn't keep him, and that Teddy Bridgewater was a better quarterback. Yeah, okay. Miami has 294 yards rushing. Thank you, Christopher, for that. Let him score. Oh, nice sack. Who is that? Agba with a big sack. Having fun, letting the big guys eat at this point. The fantasy football ratings for A-Chain and Mostert's going to be insane. You're right. Hey, Saeed, it says, cash it in, Barry. You've been that one voice that stuck around and believed. Yeah, I mean, people call me a flip-flopper. I just wanted to see it, and I'm seeing it right now. This isn't something you see in football. So, Mike McDaniel, salute, brother. Chris Greer, salute, brother. New England beat the Jets, Rob L. said so. Russell Wilson back to pass again. Now he's running, and he throws it out of the end zone. Nothing there. And let's see. In my opinion, the Dolphins didn't really try to run up the score, just played their game until record was mentioned. Yeah, I didn't see them with any intent of running up the score. Maybe the 60-yard bomb to Robbie Chosen, maybe. But other than that, no. So now what's going to happen? You got 4 minutes left in this game. Just by running the ball normally, if A-Chain gets out there or Chris Brooks or someone, they could end up going the distance. All right. So it's at the 20-yard line. Everybody is waiting to see if this record gets broken at this point. The game just got interesting. Another high snap. Chris Brooks with a run, 4 or 5 yards. Another high snap again there. Now everybody's watching again. Brought their meals in, checking out the game because shit just got real all over again. All over again. Yeah, Thomas, the offensive line just needed more running plays called, and unbelievable how they've been playing. Now let's see what Chris Brooks does. It looks like they've taken A-Chain out. They brought in their 5th string back. Look at Brooks. Look at Brooks. Look at this. Look at this. Look at Brooks run. Oh my God. Is he going to take it? Oh my God. Every offensive player has taken the opportunity to wipe Denver's face in it. Unreal. No, Seacrumb, I don't think they need a TD. I think they just need a field goal. Wait a minute. The field goal, I think, will tie it. What is the most points scored in the NFL game? What is the most points scored in an NFL game? Tom, somebody look that up. Do we need 73 or do you need to have 74? Yeah. Look at Brooks. He's running again. Look at that. Yeah, that's an understatement, Brett. A-Chain was a very good pick. Anybody know what the record is? Captain Biggs, it is 72. I thought the Bears had won a game 73-0. I thought that was something I grew up. Washington Redskins scored 72, so all they need is a field goal. You got to take it, Mike. You get the shot. You got to put Jason Sanders out there. Wow. I'm listening to something. They're talking about just all the breaks. The breaks. I thought that the Chicago Bears scored 73 points in a game. I can't remember the game. Most points scored. It's first and they're on the 20-yard line, 25, like the 30-yard line right now. Most points scored in an NFL game. What do we got here? I mean, you got to go for it. Most points scored ever was 113. Now, that's combined score, 72-41. What's the highest any team has scored? Yeah, which team scored 73? The Chicago Bears in 1940 scored 73 points against formerly the Washington Redskins. So 73 points is the record. Not 72, 73. Nope, it's not 72. I knew it was 73. 73 points is the record. That's the most. Ambrose, what you're putting up, that's the most scored combined. That's the 113. Look up, if you want to look at it, go look at the most points scored by a single team in NFL history. And it was the Chicago Bears and George Halas back in the day, 1940. 1940, they scored 73, and I believe it was a 73-0 win. Nope. Ricky, that score of 72 is combined. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead and Google it while they're on the commercial. The most points scored in any NFL game by a single team is 73 points in the 1940 NFL championship game, Chicago Bears versus the Washington Redskins. That's the score. So the Dolphins need a field goal to tie the NFL record, and a touchdown to break the NFL record. Jonathan Taylor, who? Cook, who? We got what we need. Plenty. So we go for the touchdown. Alexi, that's what you got to do. You got 2 minutes left. Go for it at this point. Why not? Pete Page, she says, in 1940, I was minus 34 years old then. Yeah, Captain, it's an odd stat. It's a very odd stat. The combined is that 72-41 game. You got to go even back further. 1940, the Chicago Bears hung 73. Absolutely, say you just have to salute Mike McDaniel. That's the MVP. I mean, Tua is executing his game plan and his offense, but Mike McDaniel is a friggin' genius. Absolutely friggin' genius. Pirate Radio said that's the total yard 735. Oh, man. Yeah, Ambrose. Yeah, he said that's the old NFL record, 73-0. Whew. But they're saying, obviously, prior to the merger, it was 72 points. Jason Sanders already has his helmet strapped up. He's ready to go. Ozzy says, my grandmother wasn't born in 1940. 2nd and 15, there's a handoff there, and he gets about 3 or 4. Oof. Yeah, the stadium is empty. I can't believe you had a chance to watch an NFL record in advance, and everybody in Miami is like, yeah, we're out of here. Okay, we're out. Look at Jason Sanders. He's like, let me in. Put me in. Oh, my goodness. You got to go for it. If you have a chance to break an NFL record, I'm sorry, karma and all that crap, I got to give it a shot. I'm not throwing it on you. I'm just running the ball. I'm trying to get closer. Okay, so it's third. So it's going to be 4th and 14. So from where they are right now, this would be about a 40. Are they going to put him in? Put him in, Mike. He's not going to put him in. He's not going to put him in. Go for the record. Come on, Mike. Come on. Thanks, Ambrose. Look, Jason Sanders looks so upset. He looks so. Thank you. Oh, man. They're not going to go for it. Yeah, Angel, that was before the Super Bowl era. Wow. He laid up. Wow, he could have had the NFL record. In his second year as a head coach, he could have had the NFL record in points, and he didn't do it. He didn't go for it. Wow. You know what's funny? It's almost a worse put it in your face to Sean Payton. Hey, man, we could have buried you with the most points in NFL history. And we just didn't do it, man. We just didn't feel like rubbing your face in it yet. No, they didn't kick it, Goo. They didn't kick it. Don't know why. Wow. Go ahead and throw it, Russell. I'd love to see an interception for a return. No, he's just going to hand it off and call it a day as well. Maybe a fumble. Rip it out. The Fins have already broke a game-high scoring record. The old one was against the Cards. I remember that game. It was fun. And that's it. 70-20. 70-20. It could have been worse. It should have been worse. He should have went for the record. He was magnanimous. Took his foot off the gas, went out and hugged Sean Payton and said, hey, probably whispered, I owned you. I owned you today. I spanked the hell out of you. Wow, incredible. Hannibal, I don't understand not going for the record, but I guess he just didn't want the karma on him. Just didn't want it that way. So in any event, guys, what a friggin' game. 70-20. See you on Tua Tuesday. I don't even know what to talk about. I mean, this thing has so much to talk about. They just kicked some ass today. Issued a serious beatdown of epic proportions. Nobody's ever seen anything like this. None of us in our lifetime has seen anything like that. This is one you can take to the kids. I know, Jimbo, your grandkids are sitting there with you. This is something you can show them and say, you will probably never again see this in your life. That's how big this game was. It is a memory that these players will take with them the rest of their life. Hey, Grandpa, did you really score 70 points? Yeah, back in 2023, we kicked Denver's ass and scored 70 points. The 1972 team has got to be sending text messages and saying, yeah, we never did that. We did go undefeated, but we never scored 70 points. Simply amazing. Simply amazing. See you guys on Tua Tuesday, if not before. Thanks for watching. Tell your friends. And on your way out, just do me a favor.
Come on. Show some love and click that like button.
What a game. History in the making. I'll have to say I remember